And now, live from the Man Cave, Studio B, deep in the heart of constitutional Livingston County, Michigan, on another Tuesday night, Say It Isn't So Rant, with your co-host, Mr. Norris Hardeman is in the house. Mr. Coffee is here. Yours truly, Larry Parsons. And our ever-present earwig, the real Tim Allen, is out on vacation. Who needs him anyway? This is my brain. And now your host, the guy that puts this show together so we can irritate liberals everywhere, and we enjoy it, Mr. Jeremy Scott Gibbs.
I don't have that button.
No cats were harmed during the filming of this show. Darn it!
I didn't have the button to push the applause button. I didn't have that button.
Tim's not here, so we have to improvise.
Yeah.
I'm here.
Welcome to the show. I got to finish up what I'm doing on this computer so I can get rid of it. So I'm going to go to SuperSource. Whose phone's going off?
No cats.
Oh, somebody's
Is your computer?
I was thinking of a whole lot.
Picking up everybody's stuff. I hear it. I hear it.
Sorry.
Is that Norris?
Norris.
Yeah. Welcome everybody. Coffee, did we beat your? Did we win? Did we beat your record there?
I'm sorry. I can't hear with both.
Did you turn that shit on?
Yes.
You got put in your ear.
No, I can hear him right here. It's too loud.
Well, turn it down. It's a volume. There's a button on the top.
See? I can hear you fine. I can still hear you here. So why do I need to do that?
Because I might do something like hand you a microphone and you got to know how loud you are when you're talking to it.
Test.
There
Yeah,
you go.
you might push the fart.
Good God, these
You'll miss
newbies on
it.
here. I don't know what to do with them. So Coffee, what were we trying for?
I'm sorry.
What were we trying for? The start time? The start time, buddy.
No, you're late.
Okay.
The 8:12 was your record. It's 8:19.
Well, it's 8:19, but we actually started
No, man.
the 5-minute countdown a while ago.
No. I'm talking about when you start. You're late. So we need 10.
Okay, buddy. All right. Yeah, because I mean, even the cameras are not even right. Look at that. Look at this.
Man, it all falls apart, huh?
Well, it was all, I haven't had a chance to come in and adjust it, and Tim readjusted for the St. Patrick's Day party. So all of the cameras were adjusted. There was all sorts of stuff. In fact, we're too tight on this shot right here. I probably should zap something so I don't. Oh, fuck. There. It's got to come back. Anyways, talk, guys, while I'm moving the camera.
Well, what the hell, man? Are we supposed to do some kind of a show flow here?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
got something. I'm working on it right now, but everybody ate at home.
Yes, not ate at home. We
Ate on the road.
ate on the road, ate at home.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had my favorite White Castles.
Oh, Cycling Goat Farm.
Yeah.
Dude,
yeah, we
White Castles.
Oh,
you
were-
ate
God.
White Castles for tonight?
Man, it's gonna be
Yes.
bad.
Yeah,
Keep it to yourself.
yeah.
Don't
Listen.
say anything.
Listen, pepper jack cheese,
take
mustard,
that shit.
ketchup, pickles, and extra
For fuck's sake.
onions.
Jeremy, who's cycling?
Hey, that's when they're
I
good.
know.
That's when they're good. When you pick them up and the onions are just falling off everywhere.
I know who it is. I do. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now I don't know, and you guys know.
Oh, look what I got.
What do you got? Oh, you got that? You want to do that? Let's get that going.
Let's go.
Hold on, I got to switch screens over here. I am going to do a good job tonight. And this is going to be, what button do I push? I got to push two buttons at the same time. I got to push this button and this button.
There it is.
This is my brain. Notice, this show is mostly raw, unfiltered, completely incorrect.
Politically
We say
incorrect.
politically incorrect, excuse me. We say Merry Christmas and the Pledge of Allegiance, especially the part about one nation under God. We thank our troops for their service. Thank you, Mr. Coffee.
Thank you.
Yep. Thank you.
And Larry, Mr. Coffee,
I
and Larry.
appreciate that, gentlemen. Thank you. We only recognize 2 genders, and if you're confused, that would be a dangle
Slots and knobs.
and a no dangle. That's right, slots and knobs. Right? As adults, we enjoy adult beverages. Cheers.
Come on.
Cheers. Oh, yeah.
Bring it in. Bring it in. Bring it in.
Yeah.
Cherry vanilla Diet Coke tonight. We cuss, we do not curse or swear. We love Jesus, but hate religion and religious hypocrites. If any of this offends you, please leave.
GTFO.
That's right.
Bye-bye.
Yes. And I would like to say thank you for all the libtards that are tuning in.
We like you so much.
Yes. So if you
And
can
for
stop
all of you
worshiping the devil or going into the woods to do witchy things long
got
enough to
pictures
watch
of
our
Yeah.
podcast.
I'm not going to go much further than this
We have
right
Pictures of that. The evil stuff.
here. Yeah. I think I might put you on the lapel.
Yeah, why aren't you on the lapel?
Well, because there's a rumor that somebody's going to be joining us.
Oh, yeah?
More.
I don't think anybody else is coming
Okay.
that I know of.
Okay.
But
Hey, let me suit you up, buddy. We're just doing this on the fly.
Where's the green room? Do my makeup.
we are
Check, check, check,
definitely
check.
on the fly.
Look at
Check.
coffee.
Check. Coffee. Check.
I didn't see your lips move. I heard the check word, but I didn't hear it.
Check.
Wow. You're going to have to lean into that computer because I'm going to be all up in this place. Let's see here. Norris, you have a pick? You already have your pick, right?
Oh,
Yeah, I wanted 11.
Okay. I'm going to give you 11.
All right. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yes. Is he loud?
Okay.
Do I need to turn him down a little bit?
let's see.
All
Do it
right.
again.
Check.
Yeah, he's a little loud.
A little loud?
A little bit.
All right. Let me do that real quick. Everybody, we're doing this on the fly.
Timmy's not here.
Well, it's a little, there's also, it's not just that.
Check.
Turning things over to him, all the stuff that I used to do,
Right.
I now had to do some automated
Yeah,
buttons
it's
real
cool.
quick.
It's cool watching that shit up there.
You like that, buddy?
Yes, I do.
All right.
Intense.
Go, Mr. Coffee.
In the beginning of a change, the patriot is a scarce man, and brave and hated and scorned. When his cause succeeds, the timid join him, for then it costs nothing to be a patriot. Mark Twain. I like that.
That's a good one. buddy.
There's a lot of truth there. That's why
That's
it's so
true.
likable.
Okay.
And
True.
sorry, I had to.
Only 3% of the population fought in the Civil War.
Right.
Well, I mean,
Revolutionary.
I mean, Revolutionary War. Sorry, I
Okay.
misspoke.
Norris?
Okay. Give me. Give me number 4.
Oh, Bob.
Number 4. And go, sir.
It is easier to fool the people than to convince them that they have been fooled. Also from
Mark.
Samuel Clemens.
Samuel
Mark
Clemens,
Twain.
Mark Twain.
Mhm.
And while I'm on the screen, go ahead, Larry.
You're surprised at me with that one.
Your name's permanently on here, but whatever. Act-
A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, comma, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed, period. That is the Second Amendment of the United States Constitution. It was issued on December 15th, 1791. It expires when hell fucking freezes over.
Oh, so Larry's going to be first.
Yep.
Okay. Write that down, Coffee.
I got it.
Write it down.
Norris, what were we betting?
Yeah, we lost.
You guys were betting.
Don't be
Nice.
betting around me. I'll ruin it every time.
This fucking guy. A long habit of not thinking a thing wrong gives it a superficial appearance of being right and raises at first a formidable outcry in defense of custom, but the tumult soon subsides. Time makes more converts than reason. Thomas Paine, Common Sense, 1776.
I love that
Jeez.
word, tumult.
It's a great word.
It's a great word. The ruckus, the noise.
the tumult.
The tumult.
Do we have everybody? Do we have everybody? Good. Why is that? I see. This is one I would change over there. Here we go. Guys ready?
Never apologize and never explain. It's a sign of weakness.
And I would think people would do well to understand that apologies do nothing to these people.
That's nice.
You forgot the monsters part.
These monsters.
Yeah.
I was trying. I all of a sudden realized when I did it, I was like, oh, I don't have the.
Didn't have the button, right?
I don't have the button. We're doing the best we can on the show tonight. Like I said, I literally have 3 computers in front of me. Well, 2 computers and 1 tablet controlling.
Everything.
Yeah.
What the hell's wrong with my keyboard?
What is wrong with your keyboard?
I don't know.
I mean, what did you do to it?
I don't fucking know.
All right, where's our chat? What's going on in chat? Can
Nothing.
in chat?
They're boring. I'm going to refresh my.
Are they?
Oh, I got to do the what happened yesterday with the camera real quick. Just let me say my
I
piece.
said I would trust you.
So yesterday was heading out to do the Heartland thing. Stopped there, was supposed to arrive with Jeremy. He's talking to someone and got some information that was a little bit goofy. He wasn't going to go. He was supposed to, I put a little on him, give me the camera to take to Heartland, which I didn't take.
Oh.
Larry forgot his and Papa
Oh, geez.
forgot his. So all the clips are either sent in or through.
Yeah, I have a flogging stand
Are
that
you writing
I could bring with me, but I
I
didn't
know-
bring
right,
it
right. And
because
nobody,
I expected somebody to bring a camera.
right. And basically it's on me because he should have gave me the camera. So that's
I
part
didn't
on
think
him.
about it till after you left and Larry called me, and then I went, fuck.
Fuck, didn't get the camera. So
Okay.
I'll take 90% of the blame. How's that? All right.
We need that clip.
No,
Can you
I'm
accept the
blaming
office?
Jeremy
Okay.
because it's his
The
fault.
flogging clip from the office.
Tim, pull that. Oh,
Oh no.
can't do that tonight. Okay. So thank you, Mr. Coffee.
You're welcome.
I did have an aversion to attending, and I also had a personal matter that superseded. So,
But we should have.
You have to change your tampon?
thank you, Larry. It's very supportive.
Oh, they're already missing Tim.
Where's it, dick?
That means he
I'll
can
tell
only
you.
go to the men's bathroom.
Oh, you know what?
Oh,
We'll
speaking
get
of-
we'll
speaking
get
of
to
that.
that. We'll get to that.
What's that?
We'll get to that.
We'll get to the bathroom.
Yeah, we will
Oh,
get to the
okay.
bathroom
I'm trying to-
stuff.
Are
and
we
the-
talking Heartland or Planet Fitness?
Both,
Oh,
if you
what's going on
want.
with Planet Fitness?
Oh yeah, that
Oh, so shall we go to it now? Or
Yeah, let's go to it now.
Okay.
go to it.
Is there a play? Can I pull it up somewhere?
Yeah, you should be able to. I don't
All
know
right,
where,
let me,
but
well,
I mean,
I'm only doing 15 things. Let me see what I can do.
It's
I'll
their
just start-
policy.
Start talking, Norris, and I'll pull it up.
so basically, a woman goes into the woman's bathroom and sees a fucking guy in there shaving.
A dude, if you
A
will.
fucking guy,
Mhm.
a male. Yeah, somebody with a cock.
Did you write that down?
No.
Yeah. So anyway, she goes and complains. Guess what? She gets kicked out.
Oh, right. I remember
And,
this.
and
Yeah.
there's a 12-year-old girl in there also at the same time in the woman's bathroom, which a fucking guy is in. So this is Planet Fitness. So Planet Fitness, if you're going to Planet Fitness, you need to stop going to Planet Fitness. You should have stopped there a long time ago because they've had this policy forever.
Yep. And I will
Along
give
with-
you guys.
But when she complained, if I
Yeah,
read this thing,
she got ejected. She was
membership
yeah,
was taken. Yeah.
canceled. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So I will tell you guys this. The new facility will be open hopefully late summer. But the smaller facility is open right now. If you're in the local area, stop going to Planet Fitness. Go to a higher end place. It's called Endeavor Fitness. It
Where's
is
that
over
at?
on Grand River, right next to the bridal shop. Right down, there's a Leo's. Is a Leo's Coney?
And so you're talking to somebody who has to use silver sneakers for free.
Yeah. Well, what I'm saying is that
Talk to them.
go to a good gym.
I'm on the old folks plan.
Yeah, go to a good gym. Okay. We're still on that. All right.
So,
you know what?
yeah,
I'm
so,
gonna keep acting
somebody
like we're
said
doing
that-
something.
So the point is, I'm wondering, where were the guys in that place that would have taken that guy, dragged his ass out back and beat the shit out of him?
I hear you.
You know what? I've thought a lot about this, and because I haven't been in one of those situations yet, right?
Yeah.
But I've thought a lot about it, and I think their tactic, these people that are swapping up, and I mean, they're clearly predators. These men that would walk into those rooms.
Yep.
Because if you're just trying to identify, you don't go in and drop trowel in front of a lady.
Nope.
There's no call for that. So these are clearly predatorial people.
Oh, absolutely.
And to defend their conduct is reprehensible. But I've thought about this, and I think it comes down to the shock value that people are so taken aback by the act itself that they're paralyzed to act. It's only those that have been militarily trained or situationally trained that would move beyond their paralyzing instinct and not do the fight or, it's either fight or flight, right? And we tend to go, I'm freaked out, I'm just stepping back. Whereas when you get trained, you go for the fight instinct first, not the flight instinct. And I think so many men are so freaked out by it that they just, they retreat or act like they haven't, like it's like driving by an accident and you're not the first one to see it, but you could stop and render aid. And you kind of go, oh, looks like somebody's there, and you keep driving. And you kind of rationalize that because somebody stopped, it's not your responsibility. You see the gym manager in there addressing the situation, and you go, okay, well, maybe they're handling it, this thing. And then you find out later, a few hours later, that they didn't handle it. And you're like, damn, I should have went in there. I wonder how many people are like that. Does that make sense?
Somebody in the Heartland, I'm in the Heartland group, Heartland Live or something. It's a smaller group. Mentioned last summer about that particular story. It's when they brought it up when they were building the Planet Fitness out in Heartland. So they had mentioned that story. That was like,
yeah, but there's another. This was
recently.
This was
so
just
it's the second one.
Yeah,
No, there
the
have
other day.
been multiple ones at Planet
Right.
Fitness.
Oh, really?
This is just the most recent.
I saw the
occurrence.
most recent one.
Yeah, that was
That's
not
not.
maybe, I don't know, maybe with the past week, I guess. I'm not sure exactly.
Yeah,
That's when I
I
saw
would
it.
say it wasn't even over a week.
Yeah.
It wasn't even over a week.
So,
How much do we like Don Lemon?
but I mean, that's been their policy for.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Their policies. Yeah, that's.
And the
I
one-
heard if you give him a lemon, he puckers up.
and the one.
What did you say?
No, he's not. He doesn't pucker. He's wide open.
Shit. Is that a
Exactly what it is.
I thought that was funny.
See, did you bring these in?
Of course.
Damn.
no, it's coffee's phone.
Okay. Oh, that's
Let's catch up on chat. What do we got going in chat?
good.
Anything good? I mean, you're not in there stirring shit up and
Well,
posting pictures of
yeah.
There are some people, I know what they're talking about. Papa Bob's talking about a tent. 8 and 9's up pitching a tent, being around all the testosterone. It's an inside
What?
joke. It's an inside thing.
I didn't
that
think 8 of
can't-
9
I
could pitch a
I
tent.
mentioned to the person that I would never tell the real story about, excuse my language, a fucking tent. This is how it goes.
A fucking tent? I like that.
A
kind of
fucking tent.
Oh, I remember your post about the fucking tent.
No, you don't know the whole story, and I will
Well,
not
I
tell.
know what the
promise him.
caption said
And
was,
I know
why are there
there-
no trees around here?
I know the whole story, and he does not. And I told
You
you,
know what?
people, and he will never know
I'm a
about
little
the fucking tent.
I'm a little pissed about the fucking tent
No.
because the caption you put on the side of it listing out the rules for using the fucking tent,
No, that
I
was
couldn't zoom in and read them really well, so I had to guess on a couple words.
But other people posted up fucking tents.
Yeah.
They did.
Okay.
So would you like to explain that to the
Nope,
audience out
I
there?
told him I would never
I
ever
mean,
share. You had to
our
sit.
inner circle are the
If
only
you wait,
people that are the
if
only-
you had happened to look at your own party, who was the table? You've dogged me forever about not staying up. What table was there the longest during your party? The coffee table.
Oh, I was going to give you praise for that. If
Well,
you weren't
start-
here, I would have said something.
Then let's start with the praise. Quit screwing around, man. The old folks outlasted all the young kids unless they
I
were out back
loved it.
making
I
babies.
loved it, man.
And I told you,
Dude, how was the party?
it was
The only one at the table that wasn't there was Norris. I'm sure he had a good excuse and sent in a letter or a note.
Yeah.
Yeah,
missed it.
I told you what happened. I had a funeral that day, so.
He did have a good excuse.
Okay.
And he did, now that he says that, when you go to cough like that, coffee. Fucker. Oh, Jesus.
Anyway.
It's right in my ear.
I have to say that, and everybody gave you big props that you guys were rock. That's the best they've heard you for ever. Serious. They were rocking.
Oh, I bet.
And I do not like to give compliments to Jeremy at all.
Not at all.
Yeah,
I mean,
we
they
can't
were-
be complimenting.
Even
Jeff.
less
They
than
were
Tim.
And you know, and I don't shut up.
Yeah.
He took a video with his
That's why I had to
phone.
put a lapel on him, because I knew he wouldn't shut the fuck up.
Right. I'll take this fucking thing off as soon as I'm done. Your phone,
gonna
I
do it.
told you,
Yeah.
sounded better than the shit that you're taping.
No, that's because we couldn't get, okay, so the mixer over there records the whole band individually, all the sounds. Tim, we did it on the fly. So Tim was like, hey, do you want me to go live? I'm like, yeah. And then he's like, oh shit, that audio is not running directly into the computer and mixed properly. Don't you
I'm gonna
fucking
pause
take it
that.
off.
said I was going to take it.
Fuck no.
Joni JoJo's.
Here goes the, but he took a really good one that I posted up.
Right,
And
because
it
that's room,
sounded great, man.
because what he recorded was room audio versus what went out on the stream, and Tim was trying to correct it during it, was literally that microphone, this microphone, and the man cave microphone.
Also not the best location.
So they were just picking up
Right.
ambient. It wasn't quite directed. So it made a little
I think
bit
you should just stop with the fucking excuses and have him do your audio from now on. He said he's got a big $1,400 phone or some shit.
Larry?
I do. Yeah,
What?
I do.
All right, I'll turn it off.
Well, Larry, there's the mixer. You gonna sit down and mix them from now on? No,
Yeah,
see,
I know
no,
how to mix. Just give me the booze and the mixers, and I'll get everybody
See,
plastered.
Oh,
See,
he's a DJ
you
now.
think-
He's a mixer.
You think because he held his phone up and recorded the
He
sound in the room
I
that he's a sound guy?
have to admit, he did a nice walk around as you were jamming that. He did the whole song.
He did it nice.
He did nice. Now, there was some guy, who was the guy sliding around on the floor? taking
Oh,
a picture?
dude. Jack and Nicole, they're friends of Tony, who played guitar.
Okay.
They got, and Brady said it to me too. He's like, kind of weird. The dude down on the floor. He's like, I'm playing guitar and I look down, this dude crawling on the floor looking up at me with the, I goes, I know, I had to like think about it for a minute. I goes, but dude, he showed me some of the photos on his camera.
Oh,
Holy
pictures,
shit,
okay.
dude. He got these,
Yeah.
just these shots where, you're like looking down and he's got it. I was like, dude, he was down on the floor and then he was up and then he's standing over here and he's
Oh,
just
yeah.
moving everywhere to get shots.
And I went over and talked to JoJo.
Yeah.
And I said, I'm going to play the old senile guy
Too
thing.
fast.
He's laying on the floor. I'm going to go pretend to trip over him and fuck with him. So I went over there. He's on the floor. He just gets some good shots. And I nudged him and I went, he was like, oh, like getting out of the way. I went, no. And he started taking pictures of it.
I love it. Yeah, that was a great time.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
badass.
Norris did tell me that that he had a funeral and if he got out of there early enough, he would make it.
I missed
but,
him.
condolences, my friend.
No problem.
Condolences. It was
Just it was mine.
your aunt.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I asked you when you told me that night. Not
Yeah, I did.
not unexpected, but still,
Not unexpected.
Still,
I mean, she was almost just shy of 80.
so they had a good homegoing or a
Oh,
good life celebration.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of
So
course.
she had 11 kids.
Oh wow.
Whoa.
Yeah.
All right. And the uterus was still intact.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it was interesting. I had yet to verify this story, but one of the ministers there that was speaking said his mother had 24.
Wow.
I don't know how the fuck you pull that off.
How do you pull
and,
that
then,
off?
and then the uterus fall out after that.
Dude,
Whoa.
I know people that like one or two kids and had to have the uterus stapled back up.
Oh,
What
shit.
the
It
hell?
just came across because
Wow.
that Larry or Bob today texted me. Peacemakers had a death. Somebody just said on the chat, apparently someone in Peacemakers and how rented a gun and committed suicide. Now, I don't know.
bitch.
What the hell?
Why you got to do that?
That's what they
shit to
just put
people?
on chat.
Let me look it up, guys. Let's check this
I
out.
think that was, did he just where'd he go?
I would
Oh,
like
Crazy Town put that up.
I would like to know the Dang it. I keep
So
typing
obviously
on
he wasn't successful.
What's the story on that? Huh? What's the real story? Crazy Town. Let me know.
Living some scanner chat. So it's just happened then, it sounds like.
It happened today. One of the got Papa Bob on our thing. We were bullshitting. He goes, "Oh, check this out."
Wow.
And at the time they didn't know, but it was whatever Crazy Town said. 8 or 9.
Looks like we might be breaking this.
Or what?
It looks like we might be breaking this. I'm not seeing any. Of course, have come across the scanner. Did it go across the radio?
I don't know if it was on W. I wasn't on the news or anything.
Oh, and you don't have the breaking news button, do you?
Read that, Crazy. Happened this afternoon. So it's WHMI or something.
Watch this shit.
Uh-oh.
Hey, while you're down there, grab me a.
I'm not
Dr.
going
Pepper.
down there.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, he's running over to the computer and see if he can figure
Papa
out.
John should be, updating us. He should be up on that. He's fine and reported a shooting. JoJo just said. Crazy Town said, hold on, he's going to send it. 8 or 9 happened earlier today. Yep.
Well, thank
Now,
you.
Papa John broke it to me, at about whatever this afternoon. And I don't know what he's doing. He's probably out in the tent or something.
God knows what he's doing in the tent. Huh?
All right. Well, I tried to undo it. I tried to do it. All right. Breaking news.
Did you find it?
I found the button over there. I pushed it and it didn't work. So
Oh, I thought you were looking up the
Tim
news
does
on
something. No, I'm going to look up WHMI.
Really?
You would think that with all the people that are looking in, hit your thumbs up too, people.
Hit your thumbs up.
What the hell's wrong
Dude, you're
with
good,
people?
Coffee. I'm going to make you come. You know what? I'm going to fill you up with a whole bunch of coffee and whatever
What
else
does
you might want.
WHMI mean? Does it
I
mean
drink
Whitmore
coffee.
Lake, Howell, Michigan?
No.
What?
WHMI.
Yeah.
Whitmore Lake to Howell, Michigan.
Yeah, they don't even have it on WHMI.
Or you would think that was breaking news. Somebody
Yeah.
dying at Peacekeepers.
I'm sure the Libbies would love to be all that kind of shit anyway, right?
Oh, we can. That's another thing. Once we get to these fruitcakes.
I mean, that's a huge story, and I'm not seeing it here.
8 hours ago, 8 or 9 just said.
Fucking slackers.
Local archive, nothing.
Nobody on chat knows what the hell's going on. What's wrong with you people?
All right, somebody needs to be listening to the. Yeah, because my son was just in there the other day looking at a gun, and I found out
Committed suicide?
My son was in there looking at a gun.
No, this guy committed
Well,
suicide.
that's what I'm trying to figure out. I typed it in and it's not coming up. So
Oh, okay. Don't know if it's an accident or self-inflicted.
Hmm?
Don't know if it's an accident or self-inflicted.
because I typed in Peacemakers.
Because the
Hall.
self-inflicted does happen too.
Yeah, but they're pretty good.
How man dies after jumping from overpass? Nope.
Mm-mm.
Gun range targets new audience? Nope. How
Said she
man
sent it to
killed
you.
multiples injured in morning
Stacy
crash?
Wood 31 says she sent it to you.
Fuck, I keep grabbing. Dude, I've got 3 trackballs on the table.
Damn, 3 balls? Wow, that's
3 balls of
reminds me
trackballs.
of
Don't say anything, but you. It's
Total Recall, but the opposite
Well,
direction.
don't let
right?
Casey Hilton find out.
What?
You said 3 balls. I said, don't
All right,
let
so I gotta-
Casey Hilton find out.
Stacy, I had to
Get
join
to
the
that
group. Is that right?
Oh, she said she's sent the scanner chat link.
Okay, I just joined it. Join group.
You won't see that anytime soon.
I'll look at it. You keep going, Jeremy.
Well, I'm looking. Okay, who's got it? I have a scanner on my thing. All right, so let's find out more information on this because this is
I'll
breaking news. We gotta figure it out. Okay, shifting gears then, because we know they're gonna do more shit. Actually, not shifting gears a little bit. I called Larry the other day. I'm gonna reach out to Sheriff Murphy, and if anybody acquainted with Sheriff Murphy knows, I do have his number. He's given it to me like 3 times. He told me to call on anything. I have been swamped with work and family stuff and finishing up the party from this weekend. But my son went into Peacemakers, as I said, to look at a new gun, and his CCW, he had a little issue, and he has to re-qualify his CCW, so it's currently expired. He presented his expired CCW, and they said, no, you now have to get a slip from
Yeah,
the
a
sheriff.
purchase permit.
Yeah, that's
Purchase permit
not
for a
new.
thing.
That's like
It's the
for
first I've ever heard of it.
yeah.
If you don't have a CCW, you always had to get a
I
purchase
bought 3
Always,
pistols before I
yeah.
had my CCW. Never had to get one.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, I
Never.
always did.
Wait.
But
Okay.
Peacemakers told him that went into effect on February 13th.
Oh,
They said they did not require it, CCW or not. They were not required to have their permission slip
Oh, really?
until February 13th.
Wow.
So maybe it's somewhere else, whatever. So I want to reach out to Sheriff Murphy and find out the story from his end and reach out to that. But that was very surprising. If, as Larry likes to read, the Second Amendment of the Constitution, that is a clear infringement on the right
Oh, I
to keep
agree,
and bear
100%.
arms,
Well, of course it is.
as well as all the
Same
other
thing, the
things.
registration
And
and
being
everything
that we
else.
are a sanctuary county, I want to know the sheriff's position on that, if he's strong on that. And part of my issue will be on that. I haven't brought this up on the show yet, but I'm going to reach out as well. And I want to find out if we can become not only we are a Second Amendment sanctuary county, I want to find out if we can be a constitutional carry county, which would mean that CCW or not, if you are carrying
The problem with that,
properly, then, well, it would come down to our DA not enforcing it and our sheriff not arresting for it. If you didn't have a CCW, but you had a concealed weapon, and let them know that.
and don't forget
But
about
the
the
state
Michigan
police,
State
too.
Police
That'd be
who
the
work for
problem.
Whitmer.
That would be your problem.
But don't they fall back to the local jurisdiction for
For the courts,
prosecution?
for prosecution in the
Correct.
courts.
That's what I'm saying,
Yeah.
is if our prosecutor refuses to enforce it and our lead sheriff hands down a directive, that would be my question. I want to know how we would navigate through
The
that.
problem is federal law. I think they're doing this because it's federal law. So then,
oh God, I can't read.
Then
this.
the
CCWs aren't federal law.
no, but
There's several states that have passed constitutional carry.
well, that's true.
Several
true.
states. And so I'm looking at, if a state can pass it, why can't a county pass it?
Right.
And just like they did with Whitmer and a lot of other stuff during the lockdowns, there were several counties. Darleaf, sheriff of his county, told her to go jump in a lake. What do we got?
A bunch of garbage.
Oh, we're not finding it yet?
No, it's
Screen's
people speculating.
Okay. Well, we need to find out the story, guys.
Well, just wait till we get the news, I guess, before we speculate, I guess.
Before we
Well, you
speculate,
can
that's fine.
report it like this. You can start out with rumor has it, and then you can tell your story.
You are fake news, Larry,
That's not fake news
and a Fed.
because you said rumor has it. It's not fake
I didn't even want to read it.
because you're being honest that there was a shooting that somebody allegedly rented a gun at Peacemakers in Howell and then committed suicide on the property. It's alleged. It's rumor has it. But that's. I mean, you're fine to do that as long as you admit that
You're not full of shit.
that it's
Okay, I made that right.
not confirmed by authorities yet. What the liberals do is they tell bold-faced lies. They say Trump said white supremacists and Nazis were very fine people.
Oh, there's a bloodbath on.
Oh, I'm getting to that. I'm getting to that one. I'm getting to that one. Don't jump the gun.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
You know, so what Democrats do is they will edit a video.
I'll give you a bloodbath.
Yeah. They'll edit a video to make it say what they want it to say and not what you actually said.
Yeah,
Of course.
let alone a deep fake.
Yeah.
Because tell me, where on any of their news feeds or sites have they actually provided the real quotes?
Yeah, well, they don't.
Exactly.
They
tell
provide
you what they
out
want.
of
They tell you-
context words.
They tell you what they want you to think.
Exactly. And then on top of editing, selective editing, then you watch them take all of that information and it's across the board. That you've heard the montages
Oh,
where
yeah,
50
absolutely.
different stations are saying the exact thing. And they don't even try to like change the pacing of it. In the news today, what's and I'm like, you guys are in sync. with each other.
Where
'Cause you're reading the same
The
shit.
talking points went out.
Yeah, well, that's what
Exactly.
they do. They mail their talking points out to all their fake news, and then Fox News puts it all together in a collage, and you get to laugh. At it.
Well, you guys don't know where to go when there's breaking news, and I do. You
Yes.
want me to tell you where that is?
This is
Let
my
me give you
brain
an example.
podcast.
Let me
This is
give
my
you
brain
an
podcast.
No, let me give you an example.
That's
Do you
what-
remember last summer sometime the black gentleman was murdered in Howell?
Huh?
Yeah, on West Street. He was murdered, a black gentleman.
I didn't know
I
that.
didn't hear
Oh,
that.
geez, you guys aren't up on this. See, now I am.
I'm surprised
So,
it wasn't
I'm-
all over the news.
No,
What?
the guy was it was on whatever. So this guy, black guy, was murdered, shot. You know,
Wait, was he shot or
and-
murdered?
Now, where you get your news is you go to either Green Teeth, Casey Helton, or Sage, because they were on it right away. Because
what was he doing? To
wait,
get
wait,
shot?
no, wait a minute,
Oh, you
Norris.
can't judge that.
Texas Norris, wait.
Oh, I
They
can- I can all day long.
jumped on it right away.
Of course they
It
did.
was a KKK white dudes. He should
Mm.
hang. Well, shoot, the sheriffs come out 2 days later. It was a black guy that killed the black guy in a lover's quarrel type thing. But you got to go to Casey or Sage.
A guy,
Go to Casey.
It was a guy on guy love.
No,
Bang,
there was some.
fighting
Oh, it was a
guy-
girl involved.
There was a
Oh,
girl
okay,
involved living
gotcha.
on West Street with a guy, and the ex-boyfriend came over and whatever and shot the guy.
Oh,
But they were on it like
so-
right there, like that. You got to know where to get the news.
Oh,
Okay.
I trust you. I don't believe any of it until I know.
Right, and it's funny. And then,
Especially when it's a so-called race crime.
well, no, do you remember the girl
it's-
Wes? This is another one. Just happened. The little trans girl that that died here was all over the news. The
Oh, the
non-binary
one-
went in the bathroom,
the
got in
one-
a little cat fight with other girls.
Oh, was that the one that OD'd? Or was it a different
You
one?
have to know where to go. You go to Sage or you go to Casey Hilton, her group. It was all over, just like the news. You know,
Oh,
these things-
tranny.
the tranny got
tranny,
killed or the
tranny.
gender got killed or whatever, and then it comes out.
So you're saying
2
they
days
wrap their hand
Yeah.
around the throbbing
You mean-
pulse
you
and
mean-
have the
Oh,
throbbing
you mean the
pulse
tranny that was
It was a-
harassing him?
It was a non-binary, went into a girl's bathroom, squirted
binary
water
freak,
on the other girls. Little cats fight. There was no scratches.
She was the bully.
She was the.
Oh, my
she
goodness.
started the fight.
Mhm.
They have cameras stuff, but of course, 2 days later,
Yeah, Joni
they all go
Jojo's
silent.
confirming that, Mr. Coffee. We remember that murder, domestic dispute.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they jumped
Didn't even hear
all
that. I'm
over.
surprised I didn't hear about it.
Oh,
Well, you didn't hear about it because it's black on black. You know that.
Well, I'm surprised, but
I mean,
usually
Chicago, there are
the lefties are
there's
Oh,
multiple
they
murders.
don't
and then
care.
and what they do is then they just shut that off and move to the next.
Exactly.
The next
That's
thing.
exactly it.
Right. I'm
So
wrong on that.
the truth is revealed. Like, oh, goes away.
Yep.
All the tranny shootings.
Yep.
Was it
Yeah.
2 days later?
Right.
Gone.
Once there been 5 tranny shootings now?
At least.
At least I saw the
I think
collage
there
of
were
like
six.
21 people, and all of them were.
Yeah, but
The
that,
last big ones, like the 6 out
that
of 8. the
Texas
last big ones
church,
were
right?
6
That
out
was
of 8.
a tranny
Yep.
dude.
And all of the shooters in the
Yeah.
last like 5-6 years have been on some type of antidepressant and under doctor's
that-
care for being really fucked up.
Well, they're all. That's the whole
Well,
psychiatric
It's
industry.
one
now,
thing
right?
it's one thing for them to have mental issues. It's another thing to know that they're on medication that says may cause you to act out, be suicidal.
Probably,
It says
No,
it in
probably
there.
a mental disorder they picked up in public school.
Yeah. Okay, let's do this. I'm going to try to switch to these. Let me check here. I need you guys to talk about yourself for a second. Tell me how
Beta
awesome it is
nine.
being on the show.
Everybody hold
Right.
their
That
breath.
was crickets.
Beta nine,
That was
got it.
crickets. I said it.
What's that?
Tell me how awesome it is to be on the show, and you guys didn't say anything. We got coffee.
That's why
on the
we
show.
shut up.
Look at this guy. Coffee's like, you guys stay up too late. I'm not coming on the show. He's like, oh, Tim's not here. I'll come and help.
Okay, I'm gonna go and steal some of his shit, man. He's
Do
got
it.
some good shit.
He's got some
I got to
stuff.
trade for that TV I gave you.
Dude, there's a boat anchor.
So what?
You haven't plugged it in a while.
What the fuck is wrong with my TV,
I
man?
plugged it in, dude, and it's just lines. The screen's toast.
Really?
Yeah. But
Sucks to be you.
the bracket on the back.
He
is
knows
good.
how to get rid
I
of a
already
TV.
reused the bracket on the
I'm
back.
telling you, I knew
That
something
bracket
was
on the
good
back was a 75, probably $100 bracket on the back of the TV, worth more than the TV to me, because I got 15 TVs that need to be had brackets.
That's only when I picked it up. I went, "This thing's got to be about 10 years old because it's actually heavy for
Dude,
a
it
little
weighs
flat
a
screen."
fucking ton, dude.
For a little
Yeah.
flat screen.
So when I say
Plasma or
when
what?
you say a flat, when you say a flat
It
screen
weighed
is a
about-
boat anchor, it has to be an older flat screen because they weighed a lot back then.
Yeah.
They had a shit ton of stuff. Let me go. I got to go over there real quick, see if anything happened. And you guys
Do
keep
you
talking.
know, Larry,
Huh?
talking on the bathroom thing, literally, and I will not mention ladies because there's some that are on. They were actually afraid to go in the bathroom at Heartland because
of these freaks in the bathroom.
because of the little things up in the front row going to the bathroom. And
Where are the football players?
and that's another thing which brought a few of us to go, as Larry mentioned about the dads.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
the football players should be handling this shit.
Well, we're
Right.
talking about last night.
Well, I'm
The
just saying,
older
in
lady.
general.
Well,
Oh, you mean there was an incident last night at the bathroom?
Well, the ladies, and I'm
No,
not going
just
to
talking
mention
about
that are in chat that are sitting with us, they wanted to go to the bathroom and they see, cat of nine tails going in there or something. They don't know what's in there or whatever. They, as an adult, were afraid to go into the Heartland bathroom because of who's using the
Why
bathroom.
do you handle it, Larry?
Huh?
Why do you handle it?
Yeah.
Because I wasn't.
He didn't know.
I mean,
Yeah.
guns out.
But how bad is that when grown women are like, ugh, think about it. That's
Well,
bad.
Well, it shouldn't be the
They
case.
right?
Well,
Period.
my neighbor has to go to Washington State for work couple times, maybe it's once a month,
Mhm.
right? For monthly meetings,
Mhm.
right? They pay for everything. She goes there. She can't use the bathrooms because of the transgender stuff there. So she either leaves at lunchtime and uses a restroom at a restaurant or something, or she holds it all day.
That's bullshit.
Well,
And
and
it's
there's
what's
a-
going on in Heartland schools. What parents have been telling me over the past few weeks is these young ladies, they go to school, they're terrified to go into the girls' bathrooms or into the girls'
You
locker
gonna play
rooms
any
to
of
change
those
for.
clips from Heartland?
Yeah, I'm going to pull those up.
What?
Yeah, I've got
What's
them up
going
on.
out there?
I've got them up on my screen.
How did this
there you
happen?
That's why.
Your screen is
This is-
flickering. Check your HDMI.
This has
plug
been
in.
going on in Ireland for a while. I got
Really?
invited to start
Unplug
watching
it and plug it
this.
back in.
There's going to be a bunch of school board members tossed.
Okay.
This is
I hope so.
Can you?
Yeah.
Well, I need you to play it to verify your audio before we play it. Hold on. I got to switch to this. Let's see here.
8 hours ago.
That
Okay.
is the
So what was this? The sheriff. What
play
was
it,
this?
Larry. What is that?
It's playing.
Hey, Aiden,
You check your audio. It should be to the HDMI.
Yeah.
You got to check your audio because I'm not seeing a level over here.
Hugo Pride, you talking about the Heartland thing on here on the chat?
How about
You
now?
right click.
Is it playing?
I'm not hearing it. I'm not seeing it at all.
Hugo Pride, answer me.
Okay. Well, yeah. Volume.
Yes, but what's the volume going to, buddy? I need to know what it's
Yes.
going to.
Oh,
Norris, can you help him?
What's that? What are we trying to
Of
do?
which the only
There it is.
There
Okay,
it
got
is.
it. Got it.
Start it from the beginning.
All right. Let me switch to the screen, and that should be there. Go.
Good evening. I'm Jason Wolford, a Howell native, living in Howell nearly 46 years. 15 years ago, as a private citizen, the United States Marine, I stood for kids at Howell High School. Howell High School was my school I graduated from, but Howell decided to allow the posting of the homosexual flag in the main stairs. Meanwhile, other special clubs were denied their posting of their flags. After a year-long fight and standing with the kids, the Traditional Values Club was able to post their flag. Eventually, the goal from us was to fly the only flag that should be flying, and that's the American flag, of which the only flag that allows true diversity, protection, and personal freedoms. And I want all of you to know on this board, and Chuck, we won. The superintendent was gone, the board members were replaced, and the American flag was the only flag to fly. I'm here once again standing to have, as a United States Marine and a Michigan State House of Representative candidate, to stand for the injustices and the fear that these young
I like
ladies
Jason.
have
He's
talked
good.
about tonight.
Mhm.
And as I understand, there's no policy for keeping boys and girls out of each other's bathrooms, which therefore allowing young men and women to go into each other's bathrooms. which is actually an untrue statement because you have implied policy by posting signs such as boys' bathrooms, girls' bathrooms, teacher lounges, and teachers' bathrooms, etc. What policy are you enforcing? What policy are you enforcing that has much less offensive attributes, such as a kid coming into the teacher's lounge, policy on bullying? If one policy doesn't need to be followed, then you as a school district, in fact, are bullying children by choosing to enforce some policy and not other policies. So tonight, you're telling me and the students that they don't have to listen to any policy since you want to enforce some that you deem safe or those that are non-confrontational. It sickens me to hear little girls have to get up there and risk their safety and their freedoms to fight for themselves. My question is, where are the men? Where are the leaders? Where's the principal? Chuck, I went to school with you. What in the hell happened to you? How come you're not standing up for these children? The Washington Post reported a school being sued for $30 million in Virginia due to a 15-year-old girl who was raped when a younger man wearing a student assaulted her and raped her in the bathroom in Stonebridge High School in Ashburn of May of 2021. If you're not willing to protect the girls from perverts going into bathrooms, then what in the hell are you doing on this board?
Well, Chuck's
And in
not
closing,
on the board.
we as men and women are called in leadership and
Wow.
Yeah.
designed by God to be protectors.
There's
And I want to thank Glenn, Michelle, and Greg, who've told me that they've tried to get policy to keep boys and girls out of each other's bathrooms. And now, my opinion, the 4 board members and you as a superintendent, if you're not going to stand for the safety and the protection of these young girls, you should be fired and voted out. Chuck, I'm calling on you to be the man that you need to be, the man that I once knew to stand up for these kids. And in closing, since there's much confusion on what a boy or a girl is, let's make it simple. Put a picture of a penis on one bathroom and a vagina on the other, and that way we'll know what school to go to. Thank you.
I like the idea of a penis and a vagina.
What
I
is
said that to somebody today.
what is sad when you see this on the Zoom or the YouTube? They just showed a board.
Right.
That place
It's packed.
exploded after this one. Mr. Wolford, I mean, exploded. Ah, it might have been a rock concert, but you don't
Right.
see it when you're watching there, And you have to, Larry,
So
maybe
that's
follow
part
that
of
up
the
with
whole agenda.
the little Dearborn thing.
Oh, you want me? Oh, don't.
there's more?
Follow it up with what.
Okay.
This is what you're gonna. This is.
Where is this at, Larry? Did you archive these?
These are on a group.
Bring up Dearborn.
They're a group I belong
That's
to.
who's gonna.
Is
I'm not
Dearborn
gonna
a-
say the
come
name.
on,
I'll
city
tell
or a
you later.
person?
Okay.
So
No, but this is the type of archiving that I need.
This is.
right. As soon as I figure out how to get these, we'll
What the
have
hell
them.
is that?
Yeah.
So
Freak.
Okay.
all right.
So are we ready to play this one?
Are you ready?
Well,
Is this Dearborn?
Now this
I'm ready, but I'm not ready.
this guy is a devil worshiper. Just so you know who he is
Mhm.
Mhm.
or she. I'm not
It.
sure. It.
that person. That person.
Whatever they
So,
identify as, they're
Yeah.
they're pure evil.
Yeah.
Let's play the beginning of it and maybe commentate because there is no picture of them.
Mecca?
Do we have a picture of them?
Right here.
They, them? Well,
It.
to pull up.
Hi, I'm Michael
Yeah.
Shelby.
Can I
I'm
send it to
actually
you?
a resident
All right,
from
let's listen to this.
Dearborn, graduating from the Dearborn Public Schools District.
Why the
And
fuck are
I'm
you here?
here because I've seen a post saying that people have been coming up here from Dearborn and like speaking out at these meetings
Why
in
the fuck is he
opposition
here?
towards trans
Exactly.
kids being allowed
What
to
the
use
fuck
whatever
why
bathroom they
his
prefer.
opinion even matter?
I want to say this that this does not represent everybody from Dearborn. I believe that trans kids should be able to
Possibly, hit your
use
space
whatever
button.
bathroom they feel comfortable
Why?
in using, and that
Well, an argument could be made that why is Jason there? He's not part of the Holland School District.
But he's living
right?
in the county.
Or Heartland School District.
Well, he's running.
But
for
he's
office.
running for office.
Right.
So he does have representation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And why would I have been there? Right? Prior to
You
this,
have kids. Or
now my
grandkids.
grandkids were
Yeah.
enrolled at the top of the year.
Yeah.
So as I said last week on the show, I'm going to be getting more and more involved.
Mhm.
Now Larry was trying to get me in there and I appreciate that, but I had some stuff going on. And so,
And I fucked up and didn't get the camera.
you know, I appreciate you taking
That's
ownership of that.
All right. Can we get
Yeah,
ready?
go ahead.
that they should be allowed to practice their basic autonomy as anybody else should be able to. Hearing a lot of comments from people here made today, it seems that this could be something that could be recognized by anyone, that there is a place of transphobia, of bigotry in these people's hearts, and that there is a lack of actually trying to recognize that trans students face discrimination and are afraid. All they're trying to do is just use bathrooms just the same as anybody else. I don't think trans kids will enter a bathroom with the intention to harm anyone.
Right.
Trans
Give me a
kids
break.
see everyday violence that trans people face. We hear stories often of how we're brutalized and killed.
The
All right,
violence
now,
that trans people
first off,
perpetrate
You
on
face violence because of the shit that you do, not because people are seeking you out to attack you.
right,
When you walk into a place,
right, where you're not wanted,
and not supposed to
Dude.
be.
not supposed to be.
if I have an aggressive dog walk into my yard and come up and try to get,
Dog gets shot.
I mean, that's just reasonable.
Right.
I mean, so the reality is you're going into places forcing people, you're saying to people, you don't accept me, so I'm going to force my way into
I'm
an
a
environment where I'm not
fucking
accepted,
narcissist.
and I'm going to make you
Affirm me.
accept me. And then when you get pushback of any kind,
It's because you deserve it.
it's because you're persecuted.
Right.
Get the fuck over it.
Yeah.
I like
Well,
That's the thing.
well,
What's a
like,
fucking
here's this thing,
narcissist?
they
That's what
wanna-
are.
They
They're
want to
narcissists.
they
Yes.
want to throw around this word homophobic. Oh, they're transphobic. We're not transphobic. You know, we're not afraid of trans people.
No.
Just get the frick down the road. You know, that's all you got to do is stay out of the girls' bathrooms.
I can't believe that this has
You know?
been going on in Heartland.
That is amazing.
It's been going on since they invited me over just to look at their group board or whatever. Cause trouble, of course. But I started watching it, and I had to finally go.
Yeah.
And
Sorry, guys, I didn't switch the camera back.
oh,
Apologize.
and
for
when
the
I
chat.
went, and no, that's all right. And I was like, what, how the heck do they keep letting this shit go? Simple.
It is simple.
Like Wilford said, waist room, dick room, vagina room, other.
It's
Not
just-
where you feel comfortable.
Yeah.
No,
it's not about your comfortability
Right.
when you're making everybody
See-
else uncomfortable because of
their rights
See-
stop where everybody else's
see, here's the
rights
problem.
begin.
Yeah.
They don't have the right to push their crazy, I don't know, their mental illness on everybody else in society. Listen, I don't care if you're a dude and you want to put on a leather skirt and parade around with cat
Okay.
ears on. I don't give a shit.
I don't give a shit.
Go ahead, right?
Larry said shit.
But if you're gonna,
You gonna
you
make me
stay out of
accept
the
it.
ladies' bathroom because you're not a lady. Trans women are not women. Trans
Well, I get
girls are not girls.
I get it.
They're boys who are pretending, or men that are pretending to be
What
something that they're not.
fucking freaks.
This is what bothered me for showing up. And I talk, me, I'll just go talk to anybody.
Yeah.
And I could probably guess that some that I asked and said, man, this is really nuts, huh? We're Democrat or whatever, leaning a little.
Yeah.
If you take out the far little 5% on the left, like sat in the front row, and the 5% on the right somewhere,
Yeah.
the other 90% are going to get along. Because I'm sitting next to, remember when I came up and sat next to you? That lady was probably older than me. And I sat down and go, this is crazy stuff, huh? She goes, this is going on too long. It's crazy. It's insane. And you
Yeah.
got the 6-pack up in front, sitting there. And I'll just say, you guys know what there we go.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
I'm gonna train Norris to be more strategic on that.
No.
He's just gonna wait for that pause in the conversation.
Yeah, I like it.
He's gonna do that.
But when I was there, I took out all the old people, grandparents,
Yeah.
you guys, whatever. And then I took out all, and I'm like, where the hell, like Larry said, where the hell are the dads at that
Yeah.
aren't getting up there? And it's going to happen. Something's going to happen to one of their daughters, and then they'll wake up.
Yeah.
Well, isn't it
the,
right?
well, the
That's the
question
thing, right?
is, do we live in a nation of cowards?
Well, it's exactly
It
right
is.
what Jason said. Where are the men
Fear.
and where are you, Chuck Hughes,
Yeah.
to
Oh.
stand up and say this is unacceptable?
He's toast.
And they gave them a clear. Michelle Blandillo gave them a clear directive a month ago at the meeting and said, "Look, we'll give you a third option." It wasn't acceptable to them. Okay,
Oh, it's never acceptable because
No.
it's about them.
if we give you a third option of having your own space, well, then you're being discriminatory. No, you
Yes.
created the fucking problem,
Yes, I am
and you're
discriminating
making
against you,
us
you
deal with
fucking
it.
freak.
It's
I don't
not.
want
It's
you
not
created the problem.
discriminatory.
I didn't say to you be something other than what you were biologically
No.
born with. You said you were doing it, so I don't have to sit there and make special fucking accommodations for you deciding to be something you're different from when you were born. You did this, so you make your way.
Right.
Don't force us to make that way.
No.
You fucking did this. All you leftist
Lit
whack
freaks.
jobs out there, you want to dress up like that? You didn't grow up after a 4-year-old and decide you weren't a cat anymore? That's not our fucking problem to make exception for you. That's your fucking problem to navigate in a normal world that doesn't want to cater to your delusional behavior, let alone predatory people who take advantage for your delusional behavior. You know what? Little cat people, they may not have a predatory bone in their body. Good. But there are other fucking people out there that do and will take advantage
But
of the
you're
shit that you're
associating-
doing.
You're
Yes.
associating with those people. So, as far as I'm concerned, you're guilty by association.
And you're letting those letters be added to your alphabet soup of people in the LGBTQ pedophile man boy love type shit.
Can I say something?
And
real
that- and
quick?
that's- oh, go ahead.
Can I say something real quick?
Got
On the
me
fashion
excited.
thing, since they're talking about Catboy, I'm sitting next to Larry. Catboy, the next time you get up to talk, learn, because you're a cat girl furry, but most ladies, when they get up from the chair in a skirt, will
Pull it
push
down.
their skirt down. And I was very embarrassed that you didn't do that because I'm right behind you and your skirt was almost showing your little tiny white buns. Okay, so try to do
That
that.
was by
I think that was on
design.
purpose.
I don't know. She needs
That-
to.
But
You know
there-
how a
was by
lady gets
design.
up and goes like
Yeah,
this?
but that's
Catboy needs to learn.
but
Yeah. I know nobody
You
wants
didn't
to
notice?
sing his dinghy.
Coffee, you know this that they are they're doing this shit on purpose to
Absolutely.
provoke
Yep.
people, because if you don't push back on them.
Yep.
What was the quote a few weeks ago? All that evil
All the evil
needs
needs to succeed is
to
the good men do
succeed
nothing.
is good men for do nothing.
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
what Wilford presented.
well.
That this person coming from Redford says, "Oh, that's not happening. Oh, that's." I want to know where the other kid was. The one kid that stood up and said, "Well, I haven't seen any evidence of this, so it's not happening. And I haven't seen any evidence of that, so it's not happening."
So one of the two
You
things.
heard
happen.
that one.
Either you're a dumb son of a bitch or you're
Yeah,
part of the
clueless.
problem.
Do you think
Hmm?
these people are
Totally
going to be?
clueless.
Oh yeah.
Do you think
totally
these people
clueless.
are going to be out front with this?
Fuck no.
They do their shit behind closed doors. Every one of these drag queens that have later been arrested, the drag queens that show up and do drag queen story
Yeah.
time
Yeah,
at the
they get
libraries, at the
arrested
schools,
for pedophilia.
and then later get arrested for being already previously convicted pedophiles. Why was there no screening by the school boards of the libraries? That's what we're calling for.
because
Wilford-
they're complicit. That's why.
Exactly. And you want your bent, you want to be a cat person, you want to be whatever the fuck you are. Fine, do it. Do your thing. The minute you force us to try and accommodate you and bend over backwards, quite literally, get raped by your ideology, fuck you.
I disagree. I think that when we close down the mental hospitals and let these fucking crazies out in the street, this is when we started getting all this shit.
Well, there's
I would-
that
I
aspect,
would-
but there's also a huge pharmaceutical
Well, that's
cabal going on.
Oh, that.
Yeah,
But
there's that too. But
that
the point is-
pharmacia,
but the point is the fact that they let these people out in the street in the first place.
yeah, but I think they're creating most of these people.
They're exacerbating the problem.
I think
for
that
sure.
I think that there's so many chemicals in our food and water that it's fucking kids up from birth, and so they have legitimately fucked up. things going
They're so
on.
fucked up, but the
But
point is
then-
society is permissive of it.
Correct.
That's the problem.
And then they
I don't
hand them
care- I don't care what's in the
SSRIs and all
problem.
sorts of
I don't know.
antidepressants that are fucking them up
If
even
the
more.
society is permissive, that's where the problem lies.
Well, that's what I was scoping out.
I
And I
agree.
moved around the room. I even went over by the nice sheriff deputy and stuff, and I was looking around the room. I looked at it and I was like, Larry's right. You take out all the old people, take out the crazies. It's like
Where are the
maybe not too many like guys that are 30-ish,
Yeah.
40-ish that have kids in school. The word should have got around in Harlan. I mean, it's
Well,
out. It gets out here. And
Can I stay on that? I wasn't there, but I'll say this. A lot of husbands are out, a lot of conservative, good men raising their families, not perfect, but good, are at home resting because they worked an honest day's work and they're home. And their wife said, I'm going to school board meetings, a bunch of shit happened.
wasn't-
And he said,
Oh.
honey, go handle it.
But there wasn't
remember-
that many.
What I'm saying is
females either
that the mama
at that
bears,
age.
the mama bears are the power of this school situation because
Yeah,
they're
they-
the ones out
Oh,
there.
for sure.
But we still need our men.
'Cause
I'm not giving men a pass. I'm saying
No,
that
absolutely fucking not.
I'm not giving a
Absolutely not.
pass.
Yeah.
I'm
No.
saying that, but we understand conservatives in general say, leave me alone and I'll leave you alone.
Oh, absolutely.
You fuck with
Typically,
me
that's-
and you push me to the limit.
But
I'm going to take 4 or
Un-
5 slaps before I finally knock you the fuck out.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying, but if Mama Bear came home and said, you wouldn't believe what's going on at the school board meeting, I would have been there, and I don't give a shit how many hours I
Yeah,
worked.
yeah.
I'd have been there.
Oh, I
well,
understand that.
when
I
we
understand
lived
that,
in
but-
Redford, something was going on. I don't remember what it was, right? It's been too long. I don't remember what it was, but the kids came home and the wife said, something's going on at the school board, blah, blah, blah. And we all went and you couldn't even get in the building.
Yeah.
Okay.
There was a line out the
So-
building and everybody was screaming, yelling, pointing their fingers. It was
Yep.
beautiful.
Right. And here's
So-
the thing at the Heartland. I want to ask all you Heartland people out there, why does your school board only have the camera looking at this? Why don't they have it like you see? where
Because they're
they-
afraid to
They don't
show
want
it.
Why?
They're
Because
afraid to show
why
it
don't you
Why-
see
Hey.
the crowd, the person talking?
because they're afraid to show it.
Stacy, why is Chuck Hughes sitting up on the board? Why is he not over in a corner being told what to do?
That's a whole different story too. That
You make $250,000 as a hired person, and yet
Right.
you sit on the board like you're directing them?
Well,
Get over in the fucking corner, dude.
Well, the school board lesson.
Yeah.
Well,
Exactly,
they're
and that's going to
Tonys.
change. That's going to change.
Yeah.
So going back
the
to my
school
point,
board's going to change.
going back to my point, this was my point on this, is that asking where the men are, okay? Where was I would be curious to see where the dad of the little girl that got raped down south.
Oh, he got arrested.
Correct.
Yeah.
How many school board meetings did he show up to before
One.
that incident?
Just the one.
Oh, before
Before.
Oh,
yeah.
He didn't.
Yeah.
he didn't.
Because dads are there to break fucking bones and knock people the fuck out.
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You send the mama bear in there to growl and deter, and she's standing in front of the cubs. But this is what I'm saying is I don't want to impugn our good dads in the community. I'm saying they're going, honey, did something happen? Well, no, nothing's happened yet. Okay, well, when something happens,
yeah.
I will be there and I'll beat the fuck out of somebody. Until something happens,
But
I got to be at work tomorrow, honey. I understand, and you were there.
But
and
unfortunately,
I'm not giving a
Seems to me
pass. I'm
last
not giving-
night
no,
somebody
I'm not-
told the school
but this-
board,
this-
"I hate to
I'm
see
not
what
giving a
happened."
pass,
That's my,
now this gets
They
to the point.
did,
This has
yeah.
to change.
somebody told the
We can't
school board,
wait
"I
for
hate to
something
see
to
what
happen.
would happen
right,
if."
the lawsuits and everything else or whatever, blah blah blah.
Yeah,
blah,
but
blah, blah. What's gonna-
somebody said last night, "I'd hate to see what happened if some dude would have walked in the bathroom behind my little sister."
Oh,
Right.
I'm not.
But-
So I'm not saying that we don't need our dads there. What I'm saying is
I know what you're
let's
saying.
understand that some of the men don't feel that
Hey, get me one of these,
it's been a.
Larry. Please.
Are you on 2, Larry? No, you're on 3. Because I just shut
I
myself.
understand what you're saying, but
No, I'm just. I
so-
want us to get our head around that. Is that
let me just say this, Jeremy. I was
Yeah.
there and I didn't see a whole bunch. Oh, I'm sorry.
no? Go ahead.
You hear me?
No,
Hear me
go
now?
ahead. No. I was pointing to the chat and I didn't realize you're talking
Yes.
now, so you don't have to
You
add
got him
it.
riled up,
Okay.
Jeremy.
Oh
Huh?
yeah.
Got him riled up.
Oh,
Did
yeah.
I get him riled up? What they
Oh,
say?
yeah.
What
Well,
they
let
say?
me,
I don't have my glasses on.
let me.
Finish your thought and then let's reach out.
There wasn't that many mama bears there.
That's
Oh, okay.
surprising. Who was there again? You said
There was a bunch of people there.
people such. What kind of
I
people?
mean, when I scanned the room, let's say there's 10 people there.
Right.
I would say 7 out of the 10 were maybe grandmas or older or whatever.
Oh, okay.
And then maybe 2.5 out of the 10 were moms or whatever.
Mhm.
And there was a bunch of students there, maybe whatever. I'm just saying I was surprised that there wasn't
So
a
who was
bunch
doing,
of mama bears.
So who was doing
Right.
all the cheering and clapping then?
The people that came, there was, that were there, but I'm just saying the mix wasn't overly
Okay.
childbearing or we got kids
so let me
in
ask this
there.
question. So was this well publicized as to the agenda of the meeting?
See, the agenda doesn't have what the people are going to be talking about. I could have signed in
open comment section.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
And it's every month they have to talk about this. Well, they got their asses spanked with the silly flags and stickers.
and
So
Jeff-
now that's the bathroom
Right.
thing, and they're
And Jeff Scott
jerking
was
them.
there. Wolford was there.
Yep.
Some of the Jeff Scott's running for school board.
Yep.
So let's read the chat because I agree with some very much of the things they're saying
Right.
in chat. And I want you guys to get this. I'm coming from this biblical principle as well, that in Scripture, specifically in Proverbs, okay, it talks about how moms teach, dads instruct. And the way I've explained it in church services for 30 years is this, is that dad says, take the trash out. That's an instruction. Mom says, do you know why your dad told you to take the trash out? Because you need to learn responsibility. And this is one of the things as a young person in the household that will teach you responsibility. And it's a simple task and it helps out with all the chores that need to be done in the house. Mom just taught the kid. Dad had told him to take the trash out. But mom instructs or teaches. Mom teaches, dad instructs. And one of the chats says that moms have more of a more of a feel of what's going on, or
I understand.
They're more in tune.
That's not what we're arguing about.
no. But
Or
what I'm saying is when we ask where the men are, I have the same question, and I work it out within myself and saying, a lot of times the moms are far more in tune with what's going on.
Right.
They're picking them up from
Yeah.
school. They're talking with them afterwards and doing all this stuff.
I get that.
Dad gets home and dad has worked a hard day's work.
I get it.
for the most part, and he's like, what happened today?
I
And
just
she's
was
like,
saying
this happened, that happened. And he goes, okay, is everything all right though? Yes, honey, everything's, I mean, there's still some shit
for a
going
large
on in the
school
school. And he
district,
goes,
you would think that
okay, well, when it hits the fan, I will drop whatever the fuck I'm doing and I will be there and I will break heads.
hopefully
Until then,
hopefully
go in there and bitch at him.
hopefully that guy's it's not his daughter that he
Well,
has to
I
finally
understand that.
wake up. That's all I'm saying. And there's moms there. I'm not saying there's not moms
okay.
there. I was just saying
You
would
were
think
hoping to
that
be overwhelming.
I would when I went, because you can't
Yeah.
see on these things. You just see the school board sitting up there.
But
They
there-
cut out all the side mic and it, or
Right.
the
But there are-
clapping. And I was amazed that it was a big crowd.
Right.
But I was
Okay.
expecting to see more of the
And again,
30,
I'll
40-ish.
default back to this, what we said at the top of the show. 3% fought the Revolutionary War.
Mhm.
There were a lot of people that were supporting the
Oh,
revolution.
absolutely.
A lot of people that were supporting. But the people that showed up to actually fight was very small. And it does, I've watched more people now having gotten involved in politics with this at school board meetings or at county commissioner meetings or some of the smaller meetings. I've watched the vast majority of the people, vast majority, are overwhelmingly intimidated to speak publicly or even to show up.
Yeah.
Um,
That's hard. I mean, it's hard to do.
it's a difficult thing.
Yeah.
And
it's
I
hard to
think,
do.
and
I agree.
so I think that's a dynamic.
I get it.
All I'm saying is that let's take that into account before we are it's good to throw out questions because it creates discussions. But let's also have the discussion within ourselves to go, you know what? It's probably a good reason there weren't a lot there, but there were some dads there and there was a lot of moms there, a lot of and the thing is, you know why you saw a lot of grandparents there, a lot of older people there, Coffee? Because they have the time to do it. Our society has been so overwhelmed with now being a 2-income household and you can barely get by with that.
It's
And
kind of funny
everybody's,
you mentioned that, going back to that West story of the girl that got into it with the other girl sprayed or whatever, and she died later. It's next day when I'm watching, I hadn't seen a body cam, raised by grandma. And I'm like, right there gave me a clue that something's not right in that young girl. She's 16 years old and grandma's
Yeah.
taking care of her.
Well,
Because you see it all the time, when they do the shooter down in Mexico or whatever. Remember, he shot up all the cops didn't go in and take him out.
Uvalde.
By grandma. Yeah. Raised by grandma. Mom's, not take what.
Yeah.
It's,
But
it's,
I'm
I
saying that
understand what you're saying.
The grandparents have a lot more time to be involved in these
I get it.
and can be more passionate because they're not encumbered with the daily routines
Well,
that a working family has to deal
I
with.
get
And
it.
so it's
But it's been going on. What my
Well,
point is,
yeah.
I get your point and you keep pointing it. But
No,
what
no,
I'm
I'm just
saying is
saying-
it's been going on for 6 months.
well, I'm gonna flip
This
it. I'm gonna
shouldn't-
flip it on the other side. The other side is that's why the leftists whack jobs show up at all these places
Yeah.
because they're a whole
Oh,
bunch of
'cause they-
losers
'cause
who are living off the
they have
government
nothing else
tin
better
or
to
doing
do.
else
Yeah.
who have nothing else better to do.
Yeah.
The vast majority of people who are showing up, you start to break it down and go, all right, the grandparents are showing up because they can. The parents are showing up if they're able to. And the whack jobs show up because they have nothing better to do than try to
But
force
agitate.
these fucking issues and
Yeah.
agitate and drive from way over
Dearborn.
Dearborn. What the
Yeah.
hell are you doing
Yeah,
here
you
from
shouldn't even be here,
Dearborn?
you piece of shit.
Two of the 6, and I was talking
I mean-
to one of your relatives sitting next to me, and I said, there's only one. She goes, there's only one there. I go, no, there's actually 2, but 2 out of the 4, of course, the others just come to mop, in front of the Opera House and call for action on this, bunch of hug and chucks. You know what a hug and chuck is?
I don't
that
even
when you
want to
hug
No,
speculate.
do I want to know?
You don't know what a hug and chuck is?
I mean, it
No.
sounds
Oh, wait,
in
let
the
me get-
discussion
no.
that we're having, it sounds like it might be.
Let me
I
give.
was dancing with the girl once. and
It's a
got
hug and chuck. She's a 2.5. Most of them are 2.5 hug and chucks.
Are you
You
sure Mike
hug,
Beck-
chuck. You hug, chuck. But I have to give a shout out because I know probably Green Teeth is looking. She was the only one properly dressed. The rest looked like they went through the garbage disposal and just all sorts of spattered on them.
But that's their.
Casey, you look good.
But
Green
that's
teeth?
what they're trying to do. The vast majority of them, look at Bernie Sanders. He yucks it up for an hour before the state of the disgusting.
State of disunion.
Yeah. He yucks it up for an hour beforehand and then as soon as the cameras are on and Vice President Biden's going to give his speech, he pulls his mask up. It's all a fucking act. And so these people want to look disheveled, want to look, you know why? Because it fits. Look at how beat down.
I think
They just look like they've got, look at the fashion shows. There was a whole fashion show where it was all trash bags. They took all trash bags and put trash bags together in certain designs. And that was some kind of fashion show.
What are you talking
They have
about?
demon shows where they just all the most demonic things. Look up trash bag.
Look, if you're gonna look at that, now,
Oh, dude, no, come on.
Wait, no, if you're gonna,
No,
if you're gonna
it's in
do,
my
if
brain
you're
now.
gonna do a protest,
God,
wouldn't
fucking
you?
bless you.
Wouldn't
God bless you.
Is there a feed going out? This is-
No, he's pulling up on his computer and he made me look at it, and now
No,
I
what
have
is-
to,
I mean,
I have
the-
to puke, and
the
I
show
don't
feed.
want to puke up my.
Is there a show feed?
Refresh it. We're on our camera. We're live over there.
Nice. I see him right there.
Yeah, refresh your thing.
Okay, it's not
No,
working.
now let's get off of Mama Bears and stuff like that.
He's got it on
But-
his computer. I can see you.
Okay, I don't know. It's just me.
I can see you.
Okay, all right, whatever.
See? Where?
Oh, now it's what the hell? It's not working. Now I don't even have the what's it called anymore.
I say it's your phone, buddy.
I guess it is. I don't know. Whatever.
Now, this is all I'm saying.
Because there we are, Norris, without
Okay.
Larry just walking in.
Fair enough.
This is all I'm saying, Jeremy. Just look at this picture.
That's weird.
You would,
No,
if
God
you
damn,
would think,
I
if
didn't want to
you-
look at that.
If you would think that if the newspaper is going to show up and take your pictures at the protest of mopping, that you would dress.
How do I get that fucking image out of my head?
You would think that at the. You would think that at the.
I mean, at least when the devil says something in my ear, I can tell him to fuck
Hey,
off.
do you
But
know that I gave you
can't
this for
look
your-
look at this.
Look at the mask. I gave you that for your birthday too. Did you give it to her?
No, I pissed on it.
But I'm like, I did give some props when I saw Casey walk in. She looked like maybe.
See, 8 of 9 is said
see that.
exactly right. Grandparents aren't helping raise grandkids because the parents are working, and that's what I'm saying is they're doing. Listen, the reason I went down the road of touching on the dads, because I want everybody to realize
Thanks, Larry.
we used to have an income base in this country
Yeah,
thought it
single
was
income.
dropped.
You could do
The
it at
one I
one point in
dropped.
time.
that a dad could go out and work, come home at a decent hour, play with his kids in the backyard, have dinner with his family. have a nice house, 2 cars, the garage, all that shit. Okay. They have slowly worked us into being debt slaves, more and more and more and more.
Oh,
So,
that I will
that's
agree with
part
that.
of it, but I
And-
think,
and-
but part of it is that we went into it willingly as well.
Well,
We could, I think, if we were more modest how we live, we could survive on one income. But
hey,
we bought into
Good
the
point.
commercialism,
That's a point.
I will agree with you.
and
No,
that, so
I agree.
we extended ourselves
I will-
willingly
I will agree
to
with
put
you.
us there. We put ourselves there. I'm not going to say I'm guilty of it. I think most people are, right?
I will agree
But-
with you to a certain extent.
I
But I know
agree.
when I downsized, as far as some of the things, you get CPS called on you for a perception of not providing.
What is not providing?
Each one of your children doesn't have their own separate bedroom.
Yeah, too fucking bad.
Tell that to the fucking CPS when they knock on your door with a cop.
CPS
That's
knock
what
on
I'm
your door
saying.
because your kid
But I'm
ain't trained
saying,
now. So
right. But what I'm
You know,
saying is that happens in this country to where when they walk in and they go, you don't have running water? And I go, yeah, we have running water. And they go, well, we had a report you don't have running water. I said, well, we run on a generator 4 times a week. And we run the water and we store up our water. And then we use the containers that we stored up to use our water. So you don't have running water. No, I can turn the faucet on right now. What are you talking about? Well, it's modern to that. I'm like, not if we were in Alaska. Alaska, they have cisterns that they use to catch rainwater and keep them on the hill to use their stuff. So what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Well, we didn't have an electrical bill at that time for 2 years straight. And they were like, well, that's weird. I'm like, what's weird about it?
There's a lady at the store.
There's a whole group that I listen to let me finish this. There's a whole group that I listen to their podcast out of Oregon. Awesome people.
Mhm.
The main co-host on there lives off grid completely.
good.
Fires up a generator, has
Absolutely.
battery
No
backups
problem.
for that.
Yeah.
Right.
But what I'm saying to you, Norris, is that I've had the encounters, and other people that I know have had the encounters where if you don't fit the societal norms,
Who sicked them on you?
yeah, exactly.
Somebody sicked them on you
Because they won't tell you.
Yeah, so-
I've sat
Yeah.
and looked at the CPS and I go, I know who told you because they got a grudge against me because I told them to get the fuck off my property.
Well, there
And
you
they
go.
went,
But
Well, I can't
Norris is
divulge that.
right
I'm
that,
like,
keeping up with the Joneses.
I
I'm
agree.
down at the store.
Don't show up on my property. If you're from the government and you're on my property and you don't have a warrant.
Why's your mic off?
Norris,
Are you there?
I agree with
Can you hear me now?
Yes. now I can-
Okay. So if a public official shows up on my property and they don't have a warrant, they're trespassing.
I agree with you.
And I don't care
Except-
who they are.
Except,
He wants to argue tonight.
no, dude, deal with the CPS. You ever dealt with the CPS?
No,
I had a
you're very-
disgruntled
I-
babysitter call them on me.
No, I get it.
I fired the babysitter and she called CPS on me
Right.
and walked in the house. And the CPS is like, well, we just need to do a home inspection. I said, based on what? Where's your warrant? I went down this whole fucking road that you guys are talking about.
Yeah.
CPS is one of the most
Oh, yeah.
demonic agencies out there.
Oh,
They
absolutely.
don't protect
They're
kids.
the ones that push the
Yeah.
tranny shit on
They
kids now.
shift
Yeah.
them over to houses where
Yeah.
they're gonna get tore up. Now there's
Yeah.
a few. I had a few parents out there that I knew personally when I was doing youth group church work that were good, actual good, upstanding Christian families that took in kids and tried to help them. Okay, but CPS is a demonic organization that operates that way. They operate behind the scenes without warrants, without probable cause, on the word of somebody. And 2 times that I've had CPS called.
Yeah.
Once when my kids were small and I had a disgruntled babysitter, and once when my kids were teenagers and I had another disgruntled church person that I kicked out. Both times I fired the babysitter and kicked out a church parishioner, called the CPS, and I looked right at the CPS agent and I said the name of the person right to their face, and they went white because they knew exactly who it was. And I said, and you're standing on my doorstep and you're supposed to have 2 reports. Who's your second report? Because I just gave you your first one and you fucking know it. well, we have to follow up. I said, no, you don't.
No, you don't.
You're supposed to have 2 reports. I said, but you know what? I'm going to let you come in and I'm going to tell you.
You're doing better than me. I'd have told them, get off my property and don't come back unless you got a warrant, or I'm going to slap a lien on your house for trespassing.
Correct.
Just like the sign says.
And I had
That you walked by.
the second person, this lady sat down at my table and I said, okay, you're in my house now. What are you here for? Well, we had a report of this and that there might be a cult here. I said, we broadcast every church service that we do over YouTube.
Right. But
Our
see, now
services are open
we're
to
getting
everything.
so far
No,
off,
no, but
off,
here, no. Let me finish
off
this.
track. We got to get back to the school board meeting.
Hold on a
Right.
second. Let me finish this thought. I said to this person, I said, you just said that we might be running a cult here. I said, give me the definition of a cult.
Liberalism.
No,
That's what I mean.
that's what you said.
Uh-huh.
I said, give me the definition of an occult. And she goes, well, I don't really know that. I said, so you just accused me of being something you don't know the definition of? And I gave her the definition of the word cult and told her what a cult represents.
The
And I
LGBTQ
said,
is a cult.
and I said, you walked in here. I said, we broadcast all of our shows. And I said, so you walked in here with one accusation, knowing legally you're supposed to have two. You accuse me of something you don't have the definition of. You don't know what you're talking about.
You got
The whole point is, going back to the school board, is these people who are on the left do not even know what the fuck they're talking about.
Oh, absolutely.
They don't have a clue.
They're useful.
They don't have, it's one of our quotes, like administering, those who've renounced the use of reason is like administering medicine to the dead. They don't, when we point out these people, Cat Dog Person and the other ilks that are with them and the pictures you had to show me that's rotting in my brain now,
Want to see him, North?
No.
don't fucking do it, Coffee.
Larry?
I look at that and I go,
I don't know what pictures you're.
no, it's bad, dude. It's bad. It's green and purple and rainbow, and I just don't want to. But it's. I want you to realize how much these idiots
Well, how about you play
Are
that one
not
clip of the
mentally
young
capable of even
gal
doing what they're
from
doing.
Heartland that went
That
up
goes
to the-
without saying.
That's
So
what I'm waiting for. I've had it queued up, and we're talking about.
I'm waiting. I'm
yeah.
gonna
Go for it.
I'm gonna throw
I was
peanuts
getting
in.
to a point. We
We're
have
going
to
ahead.
realize they're not as smart as they think they are and stop giving them so much credit and just go in there and do what we're supposed to do. We give them too much credence. We give them too much.
No, I have a
What do you
good
got?
feeling.
Let's go.
From what I witnessed at the Heartland thing, the school board's in trouble, and so is youth whenever they can do whatever's right.
Our
I
Hughes is
think they're
gonna
in
be-
big trouble.
Hughes
Those
should be
ones.
getting his resume ready because he's
Yeah.
going to be out.
He's
So
not.
are people actually going to show up and vote?
Oh,
Yeah.
I bet you. From what I saw, they're waking up. From
Yeah.
what I was sitting next to one of his relatives, and she said that was the biggest and boisterous crowd in 8 years. So
Okay.
the crowd is getting bigger, and the words I think getting out
Okay.
for the voters.
They got to spread the word and get the word
Yes,
out.
they
right?
do.
Yes.
They
All right.
definitely do.
Let's play this next video.
The one with the girl.
My name is Anne-Marie Arbor, and I'm a freshman at Heartland High School.
Oh, that's the.
You may know me because at the November board meeting, I spoke about my concerns regarding biological boys being in girls' bathrooms. This meeting can be viewed on the Heartland School Board Meetings YouTube channel, and I spoke at minute 56. Now, 3 months later, as far as I know, policy has not been changed. There have not been any discussions surrounding the issue. There haven't been any new safety features implemented. But maybe I'm wrong because I never received a single email from any board members in response to my unease. The only feedback I did get is from a teacher who had a conversation with her class about the invalidity of my concerns. I am especially disheartened that 2 of the 7 board members did not even acknowledge my presence in the individual board reports after the call to the public. I'm upset that the people who are supposed to protect students don't even seem to be listening to what they have to say. So I told my parents that I was going to try again. I refuse to let this issue be ignored. To all the parents and students listening who feel upset about something that's happening, know that you do have a voice. I'm choosing to use my voice today. Here, standing beside me, are 3 brave peers of mine who want to support the effort to protect themselves and their classmates. Others were unable to attend the meeting today, but are joining on Zoom with the name Protect All Students.
Yep.
As you can see, this is not a made-up issue. It is a problem that many students are struggling with. Maybe not every student has been in the bathroom with someone of the opposite sex. But the fact that this many people have or are worried about it is reason enough to have conversations. I hope that the board members will acknowledge the students who they agreed to serve the moment they were elected. It doesn't take an adult to realize that it's messed up to let males into a space as vulnerable as a bathroom with females. I have been in the bathroom with a boy 5 times this year. I've seen his unmistakable male face and heard his deep, unmistakable male voice. My parents have looked into self-defense classes so that I can be prepared in case anything bad were to happen. I have classmates who are avoiding school bathrooms because they don't want to be in there with someone of the opposite gender. And I'm not saying that identifying as trans equates to having harmful intentions, but there are real stories all across the country. What if a girl were taken advantage of by someone with male genitals who identified as a girl? Or what if a trans student were hurt because he or she went into the bathroom of the opposite sex and someone in there felt threatened by him or her? Are you as a board really going to wait until, God forbid, something like that happens to make bathrooms more secure? I implore you to, at the very least, add better safety measures for the sake of all students.
So,
That was incredible. You know,
yeah,
I do want to say this when it comes to young ladies. Anne Marie Yarber is
Yep.
14 years old, right? These are the people that give me hope for our country.
Yep.
This,
she'll be right there with the swimmer girl.
yeah, it takes. See, this young lady is standing up against all the bullies,
Yep,
Yep.
right?
That's what they are.
And she's pushing back,
she's a
and
3%er.
she's doing it with grace
Mhm.
and dignity.
Right. They had, and I'm not going to dog the young gentleman that spoke, but I was like, oh, you need to get slapped. He says, well, myself and my friends have never witnessed this before. And I'm like,
Well, white
you're not,
gophers.
but of course, the brain is not totally developed till 25 years old, but that young lady right there,
Well, that's what they tell
and there
us.
was another young
Yeah.
lady who spoke, and the place went crazy. Like
Well,
Rolling
yeah.
Stones just got off of there. And you don't see it on those. You don't hear any clapping in the place.
No,
Do we have,
you're
we don't
talking.
have that on,
Well, if
did
you
you send that to me?
Yeah, if you pull up your
I mean,
Facebook
no, it's just-
Messenger,
it
you'll
was
see
like-
several
Place was-
different
they had a good
clips,
crowd.
and
That
you'll
lady-
hear. Yeah.
I know,
that
but
he
did we
found out.
pull up
What do you
that
think,
clip?
Mr. Coffey? You think there was 50, maybe 60 people there?
No, there was more than that.
More than that?
Oh, shoot. There was easy just on that back table. And then where I was sitting
Yeah.
was probably 12. And then you fill up the room and the sides. I'm just talking that
Is
one
Angela-
table.
Yeah.
Is-
I'd say there's over 100.
Is Anne Marie
Oh.
in the gray sweatshirt, long blonde hair?
He's got her up over there. Or you got it?
Which
Well,
one is it, Larry? Do you know which one it is?
Anne Marie. Go up. Yeah, that's all of them right there. Yep.
But is that her speaking?
Yes.
Which one? This one or this one?
Both.
Both of them are good.
Yeah.
So,
Pick one. It don't matter.
Why is my
yeah,
audio-
both of those,
my audio-
both those ladies are real good.
Yeah, I've
Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try to
just
fast forward to the end.
yeah.
See if you can get the,
Whoops.
you need
It
to.
restarted.
They need it.
What the hell is that?
That's, you want to see the picture?
Okay, so that was, I mean, but that was enough to say that there was a room full of people.
And
Yeah.
that's, even that doesn't do justice,
Right.
Yeah.
from way behind.
Yeah. It looks like all three of those are from different people.
Oh, shit.
'Cause I had 3 people sending me all the same people
Because
speaking over and over. And just go.
I'm
this is only
right to the
58.
I'm almost right there's my shoulder next to that older lady. Right there's me, right? And when they got done, they turn around, but it
Okay.
really erupts, and that doesn't show the real, like, but anyhow,
Oh, and you guys can't see it because I didn't switch the camera to it. So,
Yeah.
my bad.
but
Yeah. It's
no,
okay.
trust me. The
So
place
this
was
next one I've got queued up, ready to go, is Miss Kendall Kraft,
Okay.
who is a freshman at the high school,
Let's
and
do
this is her first time talking.
Go.
So, are we ready?
Yep, go ahead.
All right.
Oh, wow.
Hello, crowd.
Hello, my name is Kendall Kraft, and I'm a current freshman student at Heartland High School. I'm here tonight to
You can't
hopefully
hear
find
me
a
talking.
solution to the issues that
Yes,
we
we
as
can.
students face. As it currently stands, there are no standards or rules in place for bathroom use in terms of transitioning students. This directly impacts bathroom usage. I find it difficult to understand why I have to feel uncomfortable using the restroom because there are boys with mustaches who identify as women and they're with me. There are no rules in place to help me feel safe in this situation. There are only double standards. Tomorrow I could cut my hair short and say I identify as a male and walk in the male restroom, but I won't ever do that because I'm very proud of being a biological female. About 2 weeks ago, I walk out of the bathroom stall to be face to face with what appears to be a male, but it's a so-called transitioning student. I try to avoid feeling unsafe by using a restroom farther across school, yet I'm punished with a tardy because I am late to class. I'm here for a solution and I want to feel comfortable in a school bathroom. I want to be heard. I want to change.
Was that it, Larry?
Yeah. So, another brave young
So-
lady that is fed up and had enough.
And where are the calls of the patriarchy during all this? All we've heard for years is, oh, the patriarchy wants to put women down. If this isn't the greatest
Dude,
example of patriarchy,
where's
that
the Title
exists,
IX?
where the fuck is it?
Where's the Title IX
There you go.
libtards that fucking stood up there
Mm.
for years and demanded
Speak
that
about
women's
the
sports be?
situation that's going on in our schools.
Sorry.
My
I like
schools.
Denise.
I'm-
You want to play Denise? You wanna
Yeah,
start
I'm
that
gonna
over?
play Denise next. Sorry about that, folks. It played on its own when I switched over.
Let's start that over, buddy.
Are you ready?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm gonna put us up in the
Good
corner. I
evening,
had to go over and
everyone.
switch.
I'm still in disbelief that I have to even stand up here and speak about the situation that's going on in our schools. My schools. I'm a taxpayer. I have been for well over 20 years. That said, after years of parents fighting for girls' sports, my mom was one of them. It took her 5 years to get the equestrian team started in Howell. It's not just that one. I can't believe that we're having this discussion
Yeah.
and that the so-called educators in this room think it's not an issue protecting our girls. I don't understand it. We are living in a society that has no problem killing our babies, so I guess it's not too far of a stretch to think that our schools are not going to protect our young ladies. It's way past time. Y'all stop with the lies and stop abusing our girls. Stop it. You were all elected, some of you appointed and paid to take care of our schools. It's time you act that way. I'm completely stunned that you have removed the board reports.
Yeah.
That's got to come back.
Yeah, that's gotta come back.
Yep.
The
Review
community
fucking Chuck E.
elected these people to have a voice at this meeting. Please bring the board reports back. And after hearing about the freedom of expression, that was voted down. Are you kidding me? We're in America. These people represent us. Let them speak. Let them speak. And on a side note, Mr. Hughes, I think the community needs to know about what happened with the DOJ investigation and the resolution to supposed hate in our schools. Thank you very much.
I love Denise. We had her here. She came to visit one time.
Oh, the mics were off. I thought you said the lights are off.
Is that the one on the land thing that Denise, is that the Denise?
No, different Denise. Denise came for one show to kind of sit in and observe.
Okay.
Yes.
And Larry and I made her sit down with us, and she was
Yeah,
awesome.
I
She's
know
a
how
great-
that works about observing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Norris came in to check it out. He's like, I want to come check it out.
That's
No,
what
you're
it
sitting
is.
on the show.
That's how he hooks you.
I got two things I want to address. I want to address in here. One, earlier JoJo asked, why hasn't there been any lawsuits against, let me scroll up and read
They have
exactly what.
immunity, I'm
Hi, I'm
sure.
here tonight just to say that, I feel that a majority.
It did it again. Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
And why is this just playing automatically?
Yeah, and I don't have the
Is-
quick button to mute it.
Yeah. So but-
Jojo said earlier, can't believe lawsuits haven't occurred against Hughes and Heartland School Board. I want to address that real quick. Because Mr. Coffee says no shit. Oh, wait,
You didn't say no shit.
you said no shit, Jojo.
Oh, I thought you said, I just
But-
said no shit.
But this next video that I've got queued up
Yes.
is. Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say about Jojo's talking about Hughes. Are you going to bring up Jeff Scott?
I'm going to bring up Lori
Oh, okay, Lori. All right.
and then Jeff Scott.
Okay. So when you hear Jeff brings this up, how much money it costs just to get a FOIA
Yeah.
request of the information. And when Jeff brings this up and points this out, how much money has to be spent to just get a FOIA request?
Mm-hmm.
And then realize, what was it? Just a little bit later in the chat, Queenie says, we did go pro se and they came at us with the teachers union. We had no choice but to withdraw because we had no funds, no lawyers to help us.
Yeah. Right.
So I understand what Jojo's saying is why haven't there been lawsuits? Because the only source for the lawsuits would be either having a lawyer do it pro bono,
Right.
or having the community raise up enough funds to go after these. That's their power.
Okay. So we need a poor young gal to get hurt that's dad's a lawyer to do it for free or something. That's
Well-
a shame that,
Well,
If somebody wants to speak up, we can use this studio to do a fundraiser for them.
but there's very few lawyers that will go up on an issue that hasn't become a public. They will step up when it's a public thing.
that's why I was joking. It's going to take a lawyer of a girl to get hurt that will do it or something. But it's a shame what Queen said.
Yeah,
That's
it is a
bullshit.
shame.
Hi, Queen. I know who you are now.
Well, anyways,
I told him
Not
it's
my
fault.
queen. I mean, I have a queen. She Queen too.
So
Yeah.
there's that. So, and then Queenie also points out that the superintendents of all these school districts are in collusion. They're being told what to do.
This is all part of the same leftist cabal, right?
Correct. That's why it's going to take flipping all of these school boards, which we've had it in the past. We've had school boards flip, not just flip. We've had school boards, county boards all across this country where the people have stood up and said
No
this
more.
and this and said no more. And the school boards walked out without adjourning in violation of Robert's rules of
Robert's
Yeah.
Rule of Order.
a rope
order?
yeah.
and they disqualified themselves, and then the people there elected new board members immediately. It's going to take during this election for Jeff Scott, Tiffany Baird,
Mhm.
and
You want to know
Angela Yarborough.
Angela
Oh,
Yarborough.
I met
Those
Tiffany.
three are running right now. We don't know who else is. Well, those are the only 3 seats open, right?
Yeah, those are the only 3 seats.
That would put 6 on that board of 7,
Yes.
and they would be able to vote and say, "Chuck, you're fired."
Yeah, and
Shout out to
just so
Tiffany.
everybody knows what's
Met her
going
last
on,
night.
Chucky,
Nice
that's going on. You have
Get your resume,
Cindy
Chuck. You're
Shaw.
getting fired.
You have Cindy Shaw. You have
Sage member.
yeah, Cindy Shaw, who is a SAGE member who
Mhm.
Really.
pretends that she's a conservative but votes with the liberals 100% of the time.
I got it.
Yeah,
Sure
Chris
they do.
Costa has not filed for re-election that I know of yet. So he may not be running for re-election. And I know Michelle Blondeel is stepping aside. So those are the 3 people we need to replace, that we need to replace with these conservatives. You know, so.
Met Tiffany.
Are you announcing that?
Oh yeah, and Tiffany,
Has
I meant-
Michelle announced that she's not going to run for?
as far as I know, she's not running.
Wow.
What's Queenie saying, or what's the chat saying there, Mr. Coffee?
Oh, well, I just wanted to show
Say
you
no
that.
one's, none of the elected officials have shown up to the meetings and they've been invited.
And Queenie's pointing out that some of the elected officials are in on it.
Larry.
They may not be in on the straight up wanting to have boys and girls bathrooms and vice versa, but they are definitely in on the control factor.
I'll
That's
tell
what
you
I'm
who
finding out.
wasn't there is Lana Tice.
Lana hasn't shown up since she got elected to anything.
Nothing.
Anything.
Nothing.
So is she running unopposed? Well, no, she's not. When is she up again?
She's done.
Mike Detmer
she's-
ran on a $20,000 campaign. She ran on a $1.2 million campaign, and he almost beat her.
Uh-huh.
That's how much money they needed for her to maintain her position.
We lost. They gave up the Senate. They gave up the Michigan Senate to save Lana Tice. Spent $1.3 million of money that they could have used to save another Senate seat. Instead, they were so insistent on defeating Mike Detmer that they threw their Senate majority away. And that asshole's name was Mike Shirkey.
Queenie's asking, when have you seen a rep or a senator at a board meeting? They don't ever come. They haven't ever come. You beg them to come. And then Queenie points out that the system reps, the reps that are tied into maintaining their power and not necessarily pushing the boundaries of constitutionality, meaning pushing back to the Constitution is what I mean. And the commissioners were all meeting secretly with these superintendents. Well, we need to get that information and we need to expose that because it's unacceptable.
Right. Now this next clip.
Eagle Pride 89 has confirmed or is confirming that Michelle is not running again. We like Michelle, but if this is,
She got a big promotion at work.
but these are unpaid. That's the thing about this. You know, every politics is local. These are unpaid positions, and you've got to be.
That needs to change. What they need to do is reduce the salary of the superintendent and split it among the board
What's
members.
he getting to be a fathead?
All
A
in.
$250,000 a year.
Yeah, but that's
For-
all in. That's his retirement.
I don't
that's
give a
his
fuck.
medical
Okay.
benefits.
Why is he
that's
getting
everything.
retirement for your fucking job?
Right.
That's, I could retire in that.
I don't give a
before-
fuck.
Yeah.
When I was at my job doing countertops, because most of my working career has been independent contractor,
Yeah.
a builder. But when the 3 years that I worked as for a great countertop company up in the Thumb area, okay, when I worked there, my hourly wage on my paycheck, was not what I looked at. I looked at the benefits, I looked at the perks, I looked at all the other extra stuff, and that's what I considered my hourly wage. My hourly wage was far more
Oh yeah.
than what that paycheck came at because they were doing 401k. I had insurance. I had other perks. We got holiday bonuses. We got all sorts of stuff, paid days, all sorts of things. Okay. I looked at all of that shit. So when I looked at my paycheck and went, I'm only making this. I went, no, you're not only making that. You're making actually this. So when I point out that Chuck Hughes is making $250,000 or $250,000.
Yeah.
For doing the job he's doing, trying to run roughshod over the board. Eagle Pride 49 says it's $300,000. I don't have a fucking vacation home down in Florida.
Yeah, you do. Wire.
Does Chuck have a vacation home down in Florida?
I don't have any idea.
I got to ask this though.
I was told he does.
Hmm.
There were some other ladies on the corner in the back when I was sitting in the back. I'm not going to mention names. Hello, ladies, if you're watching. One of them was mentioned. I want to ask you that they actually maybe if you get so many people can kick him out before his term. Is it so many people on the board or so many voters? Somebody mentioned that, and I was just listening about Hughes. Like, can they get him out early or something? Is there anything?
When is he up? Oh,
But he's
Well,
not
no,
up
he's
for a
not
while.
elected,
But
that's
is there
right.
a
He's-
way?
Who?
He's
Hughes?
Is there a
He's
way?
up now.
He's up when?
Right now. For his contract? Right
I
now.
thought
No.
he renewed a 5-year.
No, they're looking at his contract
And
right
he
now.
Okay,
postponed for 2 years his evaluation on purpose.
But let me
Right?
ask you this.
I don't know. All I know is right
was somebody
now they're
said it.
looking at his contract. That's
Okay,
all I
that's
know.
the
Needs to be
school
fired.
board themselves.
Piece of shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
I said it.
Is there
You can call me the
anything-
guy who calls you a piece of shit, Chuck. Just like I was the guy who said fucktard
Yeah,
about.
right
You turn a
now.
nice,
hypothetical kid.
you turn a nice coat of or skin shade of bright red when Wolford was speaking at you. I like that, man.
Because Wolford called him out.
He did. He was
Said, I went to
red.
school with you and I know you. What the fuck are you doing?
But
Yeah.
somebody mentioned, I was listening, but not listening, that there's some way to remove him. Not talking about his contract being extended to remove him. Is
Oh,
there-
he can be fired.
Okay, how
he
do you
can be
get him
fired.
fired? Is it the voters or the school board?
The school board. The school board has to fire.
Okay, so
We got to catch up and chat because there's a lot of stuff coming in, guys.
I can't, I'm talking.
We'll talk. Finish your
Alright,
talk.
the only commissioner who, all right, they're talking about Wes. He's cool.
Wes is awesome.
Yeah.
They're just talking about the commissioner that showed up. If you want to read, that's Queenie. Number 2, Queen number 1's at home. But there is a way other than the school board to
Whose
remove him.
district is that?
Is that correct?
Is that Wes's
No.
district?
Yes.
Okay.
No.
So he should be there anyway.
It
Yeah.
has to be the school
Wes
board.
is one of the
So
most
that is
flawed
good. No, Wes
commissioners
is
I've ever.
good. Yeah.
In November,
Yeah.
if you get
Wes
the
is
school
good.
board,
Mhm.
then people can, petition the school board to remove him come November?
Yes.
That's then what they got to do. Heartland's got to get those 3 people in,
Yeah.
like
Yep.
the lovely lady I met last
Mhm.
night, get them in and get his ass out.
Right.
Yeah. I don't think any of them are running to do that.
Well,
But
No, but
it's not their platform. They're not running
No.
like Letitia James. I'm gonna
right.
I'm gonna indict
kill-
Trump if I get in. I'm gonna
But-
indict Trump
right.
if I get in.
I mean, they're interested on the schools, but if Chuck Hughes screws up, I'm sure they'll look at it.
Wait. Screws up. You mean like covering up
You mean like-
an assault on a parking lot or in a playground where one of the students, a 6th grader, transferred from another school and came in there and said he was going to shoot fucking kids, go home and get a gun and shoot kids?
Oh,
Instead
like
of a bunch of them, is that a screw up?
Well,
How
this
about
is
having a
Scott.
principal in position that's supposed to have their credentials within 3 years, that's there 5 years, and then quietly fires them over the holidays, reassigns them to another position, and never requires them to get these certifications to be a principal from being a teacher? Is that one of the screw ups?
Yes.
Is having the guy who comes in and sprays the chemicals on the property to kill weeds around the buildings, do it 3 weeks early, and then shuffles the blame over to the guy saying, I didn't authorize him to spray this, when kids break out in rashes because they're around the chemicals sprayed around the buildings, and he tries to cover all that up? Would that be something?
Yep.
Maybe because there's just 3 things that I know about personally, talking to parents and people that have called me, but I can't quite get them on the
What
record.
about
come
trying
in.
to cover up boys using girls' bathrooms and locker rooms at Hartland?
Oh, that's 4, because I talked to them too. I talked to those parents too,
Yeah.
as well as I didn't talk straight to Ann, but I talked to her parents. So yes, I've talked to all these people. And would those be things that Chuck could be called to account for and be fired for?
If I was running for school board, I would fire him for those things.
All right, read it. Read it, copy. I can't read. I don't have
When
my
I got
glasses
elected.
down.
Queen 2 says if elected officials started banging fists at board meetings and Hughes' wrongdoings are acknowledged by law enforcement, he would be gone. All intentional.
It's all intentional.
Yeah.
What I'm finding out, guys, and I'm going to let you know this out there in our community, and we're going to have to start pushing back again because we've been pushed out of some places recently. This is why I have this platform, because I like to have, I can't always encompass in 3 minutes at a board meeting what I need to say. I need to be able to flesh it out. Even Larry
Yeah.
gets after me and says, I got the next clip ready. Are you shutting the fuck up? This is my brain. And I need to be able to talk this out with
Why
my
don't-
friends and my co-hosts.
Why don't you just write it out and I go in
It
front of the
doesn't-
school
no.
board and I just go,
Before-
Jeremy says, fuck you, thank you. And
Before
I
we
write it
get
out.
to this
I can
next
do that.
clip, I do want to say this. I have had long discussions with all of the school board members, or excuse me, the school board candidates in Heartland, all 3 of them, and none of them have mentioned any intent of firing Chuck Hughes. Not a single one.
No,
of them.
that's, yeah, I can.
So,
yeah,
in all
yeah.
fairness, this is us talking, not them.
Exactly.
And I want
And
everybody
make sure,
to know
Casey, you don't clip this shit and
that
put it
it's
on your
us
X platform,
talking,
you
not
dirtbag.
them.
Hey, Chuck,
Right.
when they get elected, we're going to encourage them to fire your fucking ass.
Well,
But now,
I guess I'm supposed to look at the right camera.
which one?
If you censured Glenn and Greg for coming on my show and pointing out that you covered up an assault at the school by a 6th grader who threatened to go, and I quote, get a fucking gun and come back and shoot you motherfuckers, unquote. You covered that up from the parents.
Did you see?
So Chuck,
What, you gonna play Catboys?
I want you fired. My grandkids are at that school. I want you fucking gone.
Hey.
I will use this platform to make sure you get fired. prepare your resume and make sure to write as the final part of your resume on the bottom, I didn't protect the children I was charged with protecting. I'm an asshole. Go ahead and put that on there.
All right.
You made
I
me
like
an
that.
enemy because my kids are there, and I've heard from enough parents, you're not doing your fucking job and you act like you control the board when the board members are the elected officials that the people decide to have there.
Well, you know, that's going to be.
Sorry, I ranted.
No, we got it. But
Tim's
tomorrow
not
when I
here
get
to-
up in the
to cut
morning
me
and I check the little sites and stuff, and that a bunch of this stuff today will be cut and chopped together and all that crap. You know.
Now this next video is Miss Lori Hans.
Miss Lori.
Yeah, but they
who's that?
also know
Who you-
her as Lori Leach.
Yeah,
And-
who you just found out. Like,
What-
10
Well,
minutes-
I would just like to say if somebody could have a little sister, I would want it to be just like
That's a
her.
good thing
That's
to
a good
say.
thing.
I
that-
met her last night.
She's
And I
a
was
wonderful.
like,
If I could have a little sister, it would be Lori Leach. I just want to say
if you
that.
could,
If I could.
maybe even just a half sister,
Yes.
but a biological connection.
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's go with this one.
I told we were going to play that.
Yeah, Lori's excited. I love Lori. I can't wait till she's
Hi,
on the
I'm
show.
here tonight just to say that, I feel that a majority of you guys on the board, because there's 4 of you that sold your souls to the devil,
I love
for
that.
allowing this and putting our kids through this. And I wanted to say thank you, you guys, for doing what you did, because it takes a lot to do what you did. And I love you for what you did.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry you have to go through this. It's disgusting. And it's disgusting on both sides. It doesn't matter if you're straight or transgender. I have transgender family. They think this is wrong. Nobody wants, my son feels uncomfortable to use the urinal because they might have a girl who identifies as a dog or a cat and says she's a she and comes in and looks at my son. I mean, that's just wrong and disgusting. You shouldn't put any child through this. And sooner or later, you're going to be held accountable for your treasonous actions because it's unconstitutional what you're putting young children in the hands of, people who could molest
It's
them,
criminal.
take advantage of
It is
them,
criminal.
rape them. And you're making these children, they're afraid to come in and say anything because they're getting attacked at school. So it goes both ways. Doesn't matter what color, what trans, what straight you are, doesn't matter. And the 4 of you that vote for this, you know who you are. I can't wait for the day you get held accountable because it's coming. And you don't think it is, but it is. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Greg. Thank you, Glenn. Even though the 4th is going to be coming up pretty darn soon. And all of you that vote this in, damn well, in my opinion, I think there's money laundering going on because nobody in their sick mind would allow this to happen in our schools.
Mhm.
So just remember that when it comes up, we all know who you are. And you are going to be held accountable for treasonous actions, putting these innocent children in the hands of pedophilia. And you're allowing it. And that's all I have to say. And again, thank you, kids.
I love Lori. She's freaking awesome.
She is full of passion. Like
I
I
love
said,
it.
if I
Yep.
could have a little sister, it would be her. It really would.
You're so full of that shit. Are we allowed to say that, Larry?
That
Not
Larry's
yet.
full of shit?
Not, well, yes, we're allowed to say
We're
that.
allowed
I
to
mean,
say
we've been
that.
saying that shit for
Norris,
years.
I mean, that's just a normal thing, conversation. Oh. It's like pass the chips. No big deal.
Lori, what did you send me? Lori sent me something, but she sent it on a messenger. Lori, you got to send it to me. She texted me a Facebook link. I need you to message that to me so then I can. Oh, my bad. I've got 11 messages over here.
Oh, I got to send out a kissy kiss to the queen.
Which queen?
My queen, not you. I couldn't send it. Not you, queen too. Well,
Queen
I'll
two.
give you a kissy kiss too.
So who do we want next? Jeff Scott or Kitty Cat?
I want
Dude?
just comes. No, dude, I really don't want to entertain those fuckers. But I mean, I guess.
Okay.
We
But
have
she
to.
yells at the end at the last
Why do
one.
we have to hear the freak?
You want to hear the freak?
No, we
I
don't.
don't.
Okay,
know.
we're not going to hear
No.
the freak. The hell with it.
Dude, am I going to
We
hear
wanted the
something
same
about
people.
there's too many fucking colors in the crayon box and this is
No, she went off on Gillespie at the very end. though.
far true? For what?
You'd have to
Hey,
watch
Glenn,
the
you
clip.
pointed out the truth, and how dare you point out the
Something-
truth?
something
You
like
wanted
that.
to come into the schools, Glenn,
I
and you
couldn't-
wanted to come into the schools unannounced and walk into a classroom and
I
see
couldn't-
what was going on. How dare you,
It
bad
was-
man? We're gonna censure you.
It was something like that. But I
Chuck
had,
Hughes is gonna censor you. He's a hired fucking hand who's about to be fired. But the board are elected by the actual people whose kids are there.
Right.
Chuck, you need to go. Fucking just quit.
all right. We've gone through that. Let's get to the whoever.
Okay.
First of
so-
all, I want to give you a quick
Who's this?
update on the FOIA
yeah, this is, we'll go to
Don't
Jeff
start
Scott
it without
first.
request that was a
Well,
hot
it
topic
keeps
last month.
starting on its
I
own.
know, I want
It's
you to start.
annoying.
Who are we listening
If
to?
you start me up, I'll
Okay.
never stop.
Yeah, there you go. This is Jeff Scott, who is running for school board.
Oh.
So let's get that up here.
Yeah, because
and-
Jeff calls out some shit, dude.
Yep.
Jeff's like,
We love Jeff.
Go put yourself.
This guy's running?
Yes.
Is it playing?
Good evening.
There it is.
My name is Jeff Scott. I'm a father of 3 students in the Heartland Community School District and am a candidate for the Heartland School Board in 2024.
Good chair.
First of all, I want to give you a quick update on the FOIA request that was a hot topic last month. The district was caught withholding several emails from the release, and after the embarrassment of last month's meeting, the district turned over an additional 75 email threads, which had been wrongfully and illegally withheld from my FOIA request. In a
Wait,
follow-up
wait.
FOIA, I asked for a
Stop.
couple
Hit
extra
your space bar.
emails, put in additional.
If you
Okay.
hit the space bar to pause it,
Okay.
I'm gonna do it Alex Jones edit. Hit this. All right, pause it. Back it up 10 seconds.
Back it up 10 seconds.
Back it up 10 seconds. Play that again. Play it again, Larry.
Okay.
Back it up 10 seconds and hit your space bar. Listen to the amount. Listen to this shit.
Over an additional 75 email threads, which had been wrongfully and illegally withheld from my FOIA.
Pause it there.
request.
An additional 75 email threads that were
Threads,
concealed.
not email.
Threads,
Threads.
not emails, threads
Right.
that were held. Continue. Just hit your space bar.
In a follow-up FOIA, I asked for a couple extra emails, put in additional requests, and was given a quote of over $250 for just a few extra emails, which I
What?
thought was retaliatory and unnecessary, and I have appealed that fee.
Oh.
This all just epitomizes the lack of accountability and transparency in
Pause
this
there.
district.
All right, think about this. Every time you want legitimate information from these
250
hired fucking people,
fucking bucks.
not your officials, this is not talking about the school board, this is talking about Chuck Hughes to his subordinates there. You have to pay for the clerk to do it.
Let me ask you this.
Wait,
while
Larry,
you
do
said
you
that,
pay
I gotta ask-
taxes? Do you pay taxes there? Property taxes that are supposed to go to the school?
Where, me?
Yeah, you.
Yeah.
In Heartland?
Yeah. $7,000 a year in taxes.
Do you have any direct children? You just have grandchildren.
Grandchildren?
Grandchildren.
What's the difference?
I'm
They're
just
still my
asking, no,
children.
I'm just saying.
Let me ask
once
this
removed.
question while you're on that. Let me
Yeah,
ask you this
come on,
question.
bring your coffee.
Who sets the price of $250 for?
They
10
do. That's why he said it's
who-
retaliatory.
I'm sure he pulled it out of his asshole.
They
So
do.
they just pull it out. There's not like, a checklist.
Well,
like,
they do that when they don't want to reveal the information.
I understand
They
that
want to
part.
say, well, we'll just, okay, he wants this. Well, we don't want that to get out.
All right, let me ask
Well,
you. I got,
okay, charge him $250 for it.
I got that. Now, is there any way that the school board, once you get a good school board in there, goes, any Freedom of Information Acts from now on will be $5 each per print, and just if you want 100,
They
that's
charge you
500.
per page,
I know.
per hour that they spend looking it up, per.
I
if they
got
have to
that,
hire a
but
second-
is there any way you could make it a rule that we're not going to do this shit anymore? We're going to print it out and get it from the cops or whatever. Here's the copy, and we'll print it out and put it out, and it'll cost you $5.
That shouldn't cost us anything.
It shouldn't
Exactly.
cost us a fucking
zero.
dime. How
Right.
about this?
So they're just
How
throwing
about
it
this
out
from
there.
now-
That's
How
correct.
about this from
Because
now on?
I've already paid for that information in my fucking taxes.
Right.
How about
That's right.
this? Yeah, how
Right.
about this from now on? Instead of going the Clinton way, Hillary Clinton way, where we destroy emails, 33,000 emails. Let's just say, if you're an elected official, anybody can look at your fucking email correspondence with any of the individuals. It's called transparency. And if you don't want to be transparent, then you don't get the fucking job.
So in this particular case, they already paid for some FOIAs. They went back to get some more, and it cost them another $250. Is that what he's saying?
No,
they
first
just-
he's saying that his initial FOIA request, they suppressed.
Okay.
What? How many was it? 75 threads?
Yeah.
Threads.
What's a thread?
So
Thread
I
is
send,
like you
so
start
I
a
send
chat,
you an
you start
email,
one
you
email,
respond to my email, I
everything
respond to your email. That's not 3 emails. That's 1 thread. So when he says how many of her threads it was, then he says he wanted a couple additional emails and they wanted $250 for that. These are working people that they're being, it's either lawfare or it's financial terrorism that they're using against them to keep them in the dark and to hold them captive. Larry, continue with this video and then we're going to catch up and chat.
All right, and then after this one, we'll go to another one if you want to.
At the highest levels, and is one of several reasons I have made transparency and accountability the hallmarks of my campaign for school board. I see that tonight you're going to.
That's it. I love Jeff. I've met Jeff before.
Yes.
We were at another home thing for delegates and stuff like that, and I met him and he talked about running. At that time, he said, I don't know for sure, but I'm thinking about running. And now he's since announced that he's running. I like Jeff. He's a real good, he's a great guy. And I speculate that he's a great dad. He has a passion for his kids and the family. Those are the dads, those are the Grizzlies that we need involved. And he said this, he says, look, that's why it's a hallmark of my campaign. Transparency. One thing that Chuck Hughes has demonstrated in the time that I've been exposed to the information, I don't know where he was when my kids were, but my son sat down there the other night. I think you were on the phone with me or somebody was on the phone with me, talking about Chuck Hughes. And Al goes, he was a principal when I was in school. My almost 32-year-old son.
Yeah.
Chuck was a principal when my son was back there.
Hey, you got
And
somebody's
I-
asking for Karen's speech. Karen Fox's speech. You didn't play
Sure.
that, or-
No, we can do that one next.
This guy or whoever this is wants to hear Karen Fox's.
Oh, Eagle Pride?
Whoever Eagle Pride is.
Eagle Pride, text one of us in private so we know who you are. We know you're good, but we're clueless. We won't expose you. But that's my point is that Jeff Scott's saying transparency is the hallmark of my campaign.
Right.
And that's the problem. If Chuck would have said to the parents, hey, we had a 6th grader transfer from another school. We had an incident in the schoolyard. We want to let all the parents know, everything like that. Then we can address the policy after that fact. The policy was wrong. Not to discipline the child, but to remove all the kids. Okay? That's he's shown and demonstrated over and over again that Chuck Hughes is willing to cover up anything for whatever reason. I don't even know his reasoning. What's your reasoning? Why are you covering this up? Did you cause that kid to freak out on the schoolyard? Did you sign his transfer papers and authorize him to come to our school? Are you directly involved in this?
Hey,
Maybe he was, but I don't know. But why are you covering up if you're not personally responsible? And if you are personally responsible, then what do we say, Coffee? Even if you're not wrong, say you're wrong.
Oh,
Own it.
I
You know why?
I taught
Because
you
that
that. It's
carries-
called no
I mean, you
excuse.
didn't teach me that.
I did too, because you
reiterated.
couldn't give me the phone number. Can you turn the mics off for a second? I want to tell you something. Can you turn the
Can I
mics
give
off
you-
just for a second?
Can I give you credit for something without you taking more credit than was?
No, I had to teach you that. So
I've
turn
walked
off.
into more boss's office and says I may be wrong.
Don't see. He just fucked up. I may be wrong. No, you say no excuse, and then the argument's over.
Don't fuck.
Hey, hit our mics for a second. I got to show you something.
Oh my God.
Don't. No, I
We
want
can't go dead air. All right,
Yes,
we're
you
going
can.
dead
Just
air.
for 2
No,
seconds.
that-
Anyway,
All
go
right,
ahead.
so we're talking to behind the scenes. We had to do that. All right, Larry, continue with Jeff Scott. Do you want to back it up 10 seconds and then end it, play?
Back it up 10 seconds.
I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you timed into this, Larry. You're
The
gonna be.
hallmarks of my campaign for school board. I see that tonight you're going to be voting on some bylaw amendments as well, which have to do with the divisions of power of the district. And while I understand the need for adjustment to changing state legislation, primarily tonight's bylaws remove power from the people in this room and the rest of the parents and taxpayers via our elected representatives by transferring those powers to the superintendent. I don't.
Back it up 10 seconds. Let's play that again. Look at this. The bylaws that they were looking at passing that night, which our three clean slate candidates were going to be overruled by Chuck Hughes, who's not even a board member, and the other three or other four wishy-washy, whatever we want to call them, removes more and more power from the board. The board that is elected by the community has to have the ultimate final authority. Period. Did you back it up 10 seconds?
Yes.
Hit your button.
State legislation. Primarily, tonight's bylaws remove power from the people in this room and the rest of their parents and taxpayers via our elected representatives by transferring those powers to the superintendent. I don't think that's right, and frankly, I don't see a reason for it. It's just one more signal from this district.
It's not right, and I don't see a reason for it. Exactly right, Jeff Scott. Because, listen, the problem with our Heartland right now is the superintendent.
Yeah.
He could straighten out teachers. He could straighten out the principals. He could straighten out everything. If he sends down a directive and says, here's what we're going to do, abide by this rule or walk, period. I'm sure you can transfer to another school that has more liberal leanings and wants to entertain furries and cat litter boxes and their fucking do whatever you want to do. I'm sure that the unions will transfer you wherever you want to go. But here's what we're going to do here at Heartland.
Right.
And Jeff Scott's calling that out, saying, "Why the fuck?"
Because
against state law or against state bylaws.
Because Chuck Hughes has no dick.
Wait a minute.
I don't see
He's
the
dickless.
How do we know?
Because he's got no balls.
No balls or no dick.
Neither one.
He's neutered.
Oh.
Eunuch.
Misgendering him, Martin.
You know a lot of a lot of eunuchs only had their balls removed.
Okay, and
so they could still pleasure
themselves.
No.
Wait a minute. This is something. Now, do we have to get into this where I got to ask questions? If something's really bothering me, I have to look it up. Do I have to look up about if a guy loses his balls, he can still get an erection? No, right?
Yes.
What? Really?
Yes.
How did we get on this subject? I'm sorry, people.
Study Chinese eunuchs.
They
wanted to make sure.
Chuck, I feel bad for you.
The whole purpose of it.
I know why you were turning red last
I
night.
guess that's not castration then, huh?
Yeah.
No, it is castration.
He's got no balls, no dick, and after last night, no
You can still get an erection. That's the point.
Because that got
Is that his
you
only
can
job?
still pleasure the heart. Let me say this. Norris is asking if your balls are gone, but you can still get an erection and you can,
you can't get the final.
You cannot impregnate the harem.
But you can
still bang the harem.
Correct.
So you're
sometimes that was on purpose to make sure that they were.
I'm really sorry for
they were
taken care of
and in practice for when the emperor or king or whoever it was came around, and he says, okay, but their seed did not go into you, even though you were properly prepared. Dude, study this shit. Come on, people.
Let's get back.
I'm a historian.
Go ahead.
No more sidetrack.
Don't you fucking do it. Do it.
District that you do not respect parents or voters, and you take every chance possible to move business behind closed doors instead of in this room in front of this community. So please do not vote to strip us of our representation. You're also voting on some changes to the superintendent evaluation process and have created one of the most complicated and convoluted bylaw amendments I have ever seen in my life. I don't understand the need to include old processes and new processes when you can just wait a couple months and pass one amendment, which would solve everything. I'd rather you take the time and do things right rather than to try to pass this convoluted amendment, especially given the fact that this board has failed to properly and legally evaluate our superintendent for 2 years due to the malfeasance of past President Costa. You should be using this time to follow the MASB protocol for the superintendent evaluation, which includes open board meetings to discuss the superintendent evaluation criteria, benchmarks, and deadlines. Why have you failed to meet the MASB protocol that you have adopted and outlined on the Heartland Community Schools transparency page? Instead, again, you make decisions behind closed doors and continually fail to be transparent with this community. We ask that you do better Carry out the transparent process that you have adopted instead of continuing to do business as usual. Thank you.
Dude, Scott is great. Jeff Scott is great.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, we loved it.
Mr. Coffee's being called out by Pinky.
Yeah.
Mr. Coffee's drinking Dr. Pepper.
I told her,
It's not quite coffee, but it's got some caffeine in it. So he's pushing through
I'm making it.
in a righteous way.
I'm making
I
it.
appreciate it.
I'm making it.
What's Charlotte Cosby say?
Well, they're just fucking with me, I guess. Let's see. No, nothing. I just told them that they didn't give the thumbs up. I'm gonna
Get your thumbs up in there
I
for the
was gonna
show.
post the nudie.
All right, guys.
Oh yeah, and don't
You
forget
got-
to hit the rumble. All right.
That's a rumble thumbs up.
Do they get thumbs up
Yeah.
on the other
Thumbs up.
pages if they're watching on the other
If we
pages?
didn't see everybody over in the other chat locations, I apologize. We are on X, we are on Locals, we are on Twitch, we are on X, and Facebook Live.
Yes.
And people
So
chiming over there,
so
but we
Timmy-
don't always see all of that.
So Timmy can look on all those and see who's saying nice or
Yeah.
doing whatever.
Now
I
the
appreciate
next
it.
one is Karen Fox.
All right, we're gonna do this. Is this one of the last ones? Let's do this one, and then I want to get to a quick Trump thing, and we're gonna finish up. We're at 10:30, and Coffee. I mean, he's almost about to put his head
What's
on my
up
shoulder.
with people losing their internet all over the place? I'm seeing a bunch of people saying their internet.
That's coming, and you and Larry are working on an alternative communication system not as we
Whoa.
speak, but
Timmy's got
as the days go by.
got a nice alternative too. I'm not gonna say.
Yeah.
so there's a lot of
A lot of us got to get together and talk about that.
Larry, hit it.
China.
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 I want to see China.
Karen will wake
Today, Junior.
There we go.
You want to give us
Well,
the
I
heads
hear
up?
this.
You want to give us the lead in as this one is playing?
Who is Karen?
Karen Fox. Karen and Dan.
Hello,
Karen and
Oh,
Dave.
my
I
name is Karen
love them.
Fox. I am an in-district voter of Heartland Consolidated School District. First, I wanted to alert Heartland Community Education Center that you still have a convicted felon listed as your director of Heartland Latchkey at Lakes. You might want to investigate and get that updated. As Jennifer Turner, as the former director of Lakes Latchkey, may have a negative impact on the Latchkey program when parents are looking for quality daycare for their children within the district. Jennifer Turner was a convicted and embezzled, she embezzled thousands of dollars from the Heartland Consolidated School System back in February of 2022, over 2 years ago, yet the website still shows this person as the director on the online catalog under registration for Latchkey before and after school programs. You might want to look at that. Secondly, I came here to urge the board to consider developing a comprehensive change in policy regarding biological boys, AKA trans girls, who still have male genitalia intact, using the girls' bathrooms and showers and changing areas. However, let me be clear, I am pro LGBTQIA+ community and want the best for a resolution for all students. I understand this is a controversial and emotional issue for everyone, which means this board needs to collaborate, develop, and initiate and vote on a suitable policy that will work for all students. From what I understand, there hasn't been a policy change implemented to this issue as of this evening. Please make this a priority, as it's essential for all kids to feel safe in the restrooms, locker rooms, and changing areas when they need to without fear or discomfort. I am aware that the Elliott Larson Civil Rights Act expansion allowed this to happen. It added gender expression and gender identity as a protected class. The guidance that the Michigan school systems are receiving from the state of Michigan say that you must let this happen. However, we can still create a new policy that is safe and creates friendly environment for all kids. Maybe possibly have a gender neutral facility as an alternate, just something to consider. The current school policy on this is unclear to me. as I'm sure it's unclear to others sitting here as well. Lastly, I wanted to express my displeasure that we have 7 school board members sitting up here and we are not able to hear their thoughts or opinions of ongoing issues within the school district outside of their committees that they are appointed to. By taking away their public board reports during these meetings, disenfranchises them and the community members who elected them to lead. This change in BOE meeting policy by removing individual board reports has silenced each one of their voices and silenced their community as well.
No, I was just
No, I
showing
like
you.
that. I like that with Karen kicking ass. Larry, you're on that over there?
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
All right.
So we like Karen on that. Great 3 points on that. I love it.
Concentration.
And autoplay's going.
Yes.
Yeah, there it is.
So that's the last one for tonight. Let's do that. Let's
Shout out to Karen and Dan.
Karen and
Yes.
Dan. I love them. They, Larry or Mr. Coffee, do you need to give elaborate? on
Special.
Karen
I
and
would
Dan?
like to give a special thank you out to the people that contributed to tonight's show.
Oh yeah,
Awesome. You guys are blowing up
That's-
chat. I love it.
that's
We're
what,
trying to get the information out to our community. I do not apologize for being fiery and ranting tonight
you,
about
you
some
can't
of the shit.
apologize because that's not.
You should cut to this picture right here.
No, no.
What's the,
Which one you got now?
no, I'm not. No, I'm not glorifying these fucking people.
Wait, let me see what you got. What do you got?
No.
Let me see.
Tell them to look up
Don't
here.
get
Coffee,
those
look up
freaks
there.
Oh, I
anymore.
got that
Coffee,
one.
look
Yeah.
up there.
Right. No, you didn't get the good
You're,
one.
you're in the preview.
You
I'm
didn't
not-
get
I'm
the
click-
love is love
'cause
one,
I- 'cause
man.
if I click the
Love,
preview,
no, love wins.
if I click the preview, no, I can't do that. I can't do it.
Is that the
Wait,
one
you guys didn't see that?
Oh.
You didn't see that?
All you said,
You didn't
stage
see it.
members would be so proud of your leaders.
I want to tell you how powerful people are in our community. Okay.
So just so you know, this is
Sorry, Larry cut me off. Go ahead, Larry.
this picture. This is the love wins one. This is
Oh,
see?
oh, I'm gonna give me a quick flash.
Yeah,
And then back.
there it
Don't
is.
put that.
There it is. No, you got this quick thing.
Oh.
So that is cat dude kissing a
It's like
girl.
a penis on the face
But if
of
you
a
read-
representative.
You read
So is it a woman or is it a man? Pick up his fucking mind. So he's a guy pretending to be a lesbian?
no,
I don't
We're not, we're not sure,
fuck,
but
man?
it's an adult entertainment fans only person too. You want to see a picture there?
Why is it that these people want?
Larry wants me to.
want to know.
No, wait. If,
All this,
Bob, wait a minute. Papa Bob told me to join the what's that
I
called?
love Papa Bob.
What's that called? Fans only.
OnlyFans.
Said
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans.
So you're gonna
Join.
You gonna do
Join
feet?
that one's OnlyFans. It's up
Are you gonna do feet? Is that what you're gonna do? Is feet?
and see what I come up with. Does it? How much? You want to? You're rich. Give me some money. I'll join
I am-
OnlyFans. So I'll get some
I am
pictures.
rich.
That just see.
I'm wealthy in friends and family. Soccer.
Why is it that they want us to celebrate who they fuck?
I don't know.
That's the only people I know that have a flag for who you fuck.
I don't care who they but boy, oh boy, when you go down the rabbit hole with these people, holy smokes.
It's a freak flag.
It's,
Yeah.
It's a freak flag.
you would not.
Let's look at this. Let's look at this real quick. This sent to us by Joni Jojo.
Joni sent us?
Well, she didn't send it, but she posted it. New York City Mayor Eric Adams denies ex-city employee's graphic sexual assault claim. It didn't happen. It didn't happen. How does he talk? It didn't happen. I don't believe that this happened. A former NYPD administrative aide slapped Adams with a bombshell $5 million sexual assault lawsuit accusing him of preying on her when he was a transit cop in 1993. He probably said, hey, you know, baby, you look kind of hot there. Maybe after work we could hook up, maybe something like that. She's like, I don't think so. He's like, well, think it over. Wait, our shift ain't done for like 4 hours.
No matter who or what,
I'm just saying.
but why do these people
Because
wait
nowadays-
30 years or something to bring up?
Yeah.
Because they're emboldened by fucking E. Jean Carroll right now.
No shit.
He
Yeah,
didn't.
it's the
He
money.
didn't rape me,
It's the
but
money.
he said he didn't rape me, so I get money for him saying he didn't rape me,
I mean,
but he didn't rape me.
Yeah.
As much of a piece of shit as he is, I question this because it's
Right.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Right. If it's
Yeah.
legit,
Much,
it's
much as
legit.
I like to see him go,
Right.
Yeah, no,
I'm with you, man. I'm like,
I can't give it any
Well, what was
credence,
Cuomo? Cuomo was like, well, he touched my tits. I'm like, your tits aren't that good. But either way, they said he touched his tits, and then he's like, all right, I'm gonna resign because she said I touched your tits. Oh, so you don't have to stand trial for all of the fucking people you killed by sending them to the nursing home.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Let's see.
Oh, okay.
2003, 13. It's 30
Yeah,
years
yeah,
ago.
yeah.
Well, Whitmer
Yeah,
didn't
that-
have to
that
stand
is
trial
like,
for that.
Statute
way past the
of
statute of
unimpression.
limitation.
Unimpression.
Just looking for easy money or something.
But yeah, the New York attorneys have basically emboldened that shit with the
Right. So he'll pay her $100,000. She goes away and
Yeah.
happy and spends it on crack.
Let's do this to end the show. The big bullshit going on. Damn it.
Well, there's a lot of big bullshit.
I don't have Tim to push the Trump bullshit sound effect. That's what I was.
Yeah.
I was in such a mode. And I was like, we're the
Well, come on, do your impression.
bullshit. It's bullshit. All right. So if you guys didn't know, we're shifting gears. President Donald Trump recently trying to.
Toss my salad coffee. Did you? That's all. You saw. You didn't warn me of that. I have to think about tossing Bob's salad now.
So the most recent thing in the news, national is that if I'm not reelected, what the fuck are we doing?
Who did?
He's
Who's
tossing-
you
he's over there
nasty
tossing-
bastard, man?
He's tossing salad.
Oh my God! You put some dressing on that, didn't you? Wow! I'm getting it from Papa Bob and across the table. What is going on?
I'm trying to do a real fucking show over here.
Well, Larry,
And Larry's
jeez.
fucking it up.
Larry just puts dressing on it. Papa Bob, Papa Bob, you still there?
Holy shit. It was good to hang out with all those
Charlie
guys.
Coswick says that the internet's back on. Well, welcome
All right.
back.
Anyways, look at this. If I'm not reelected, there will be a bloodbath in the automotive industry. And the media records, if I'm not reelected, there will be a bloodbath, a real bloodbath.
I saw
Period.
it live.
Yeah.
Well,
And-
his speech, and then within 15 minutes, they were gone with the.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Trump.
But
But I like
Everywhere.
the
Everywhere.
That's what the libtards do.
The
I mean, it's just
compilation audio with the media using bloodbath for whatever.
Oh yeah, I
So
saw
that's
that too.
That's just one meme. Here's another meme. Trump wants a bloodbath. Lies, 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 lies. It's a lie bath. Lie.
Uh-huh.
Democrat media lies.
Oh, they're nothing but a pack of
Bunch of
liars.
liars. Oh, hey, it's going to be a bloodbath for the auto industry, media. Bloodbath. We just focused on bloodbath.
And they do this, and then they just move to the next thing, and
Of
people
course.
will believe it.
People will be stuck with that image, right?
Yeah.
That's what Casey does on her little X channel.
Wait, you're
And
just
then
hung up
4
on
people
Casey. You
see
got the hots for Casey.
Yeah.
She's looking pretty hot lately.
Show me this winch.
No, you don't want to see.
Dude, it sears into your brain.
I
know,
was-
it's
I was-
bad.
And then it
yeah.
just, it
No,
just
seriously, dude,
She-
you could put your face in dough and make gorilla cookies. I'm telling you.
Oh, Casey,
I
send me some nudies, Casey.
dude, you always are fucking with Casey. And I give
I
two
have
fucks.
to. She
I
called me
could-
old Mr. Wrinkleballs. Remember
She
that?
did.
Yeah, and
She threw the first.
She threw the first punch, Casey. Green teeth, bitch. You know, she did. She threw the. I wasn't
Well,
on nothing.
You know, there's
And then-
you can do
Old-
one and lick the other. Well, sorry.
Old
Dude,
Mr.
Norris took his glasses off to pontificate that.
Yes, he
Yeah.
wanted to
Norris was like, I just gotta, look at this. I didn't
She is
realize
the
that.
most undesirable woman that I.
No.
Well,
If
one
you
of,
went,
yeah.
you went down that line,
yeah.
you know. Let's see.
You know, no wonder there's gay men.
No,
They see these women, they're like, ah.
Well, they're
like, at
they're
least-
gay men because they're leftist women. That's why.
Yeah.
Because the one guy working out at the gym looks at the other guy working at the gym and goes, that an asshole's probably better than that bitch.
Norris, way back. Norris, way back.
Oh man, I can't believe you went there.
I didn't say I would say that. Never.
Yeah.
She likes to go after people, right?
Uh-huh.
So she goes after me, and I was saying Kelly was here. These guys invited me on, and I said, just think about it. I'm almost 70. I've got a name,
You old
Stacy.
fuck.
You know, and I was in the military. Calling me old Mr. Wrinkleballs is supposed to hurt me. Now we're gonna have
It's gonna take a
fun.
little bit more than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's
the military where
Pinky. Look.
I just wonder if Casey's going to run for office so she can lose again.
She's
Make it 5.
No, Paul, that Twinkie boy from the Glee Club, Michigan's running in that spot.
Yeah.
You don't know who he is?
Who?
Huh? Who? Twinkie boy?
Paul Geisner or something? Lives
Oh, is that guy that just announced or something?
Yeah.
Well, what whose district is that?
It's Jay Drix.
He has a chance.
Well, he's not
been in
running
the
against Jay Drick. He's running against.
No, if it's District 5, that's my district, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I thought he was running for state rep.
Who?
again.
No,
No, he's
he's
running
running
for
county commissioner.
who's running?
I'll show you.
Some Demi.
Are you sure? Because I was told he was running for
No, you want me to?
state rep.
You want me to show you website? And there? I talked to him, and asked. He says he's a moderate Democrat, but he's a member of SAGE, Friends of Casey and the Catboy and everything. He's moderate.
Oh yeah.
And then you go on his Twitter account, and it's
Does that even exist anymore? A moderate Democrat?
No.
not.
Is that even a thing?
You know what he told me? And I saved all the stuff.
A moderate
He said-
Democrat we
asked
call
him-
them rhinos.
I asked him straight up, why are you a member of SAGE? There's no minority members. They don't welcome minority members. He said, I like to hear from voices on all sides. So I searched out, and I don't see any voices on the right side at all, Paul. Paul, you listening in?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, Casey's kind of got the outs from what I see with the Democrat Party. No, you don't see them, like she's like fallen so far.
Yeah,
Poor
well,
Casey.
she
Poor
likes
Casey.
to make
Come on,
the whole
be nice.
Yeah.
But this Paul guy, he's lived in the area like 2 years, as far as in Howell or whatever.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
He
he
was
was
like-
fairly new.
I had to ask, what the
He
hell?
came from Royal Oak, right? Something like that.
Somewhere, whatever. Not
Yeah.
the Royal Oak. I think it's
Royal
south of
Oak,
Detroit.
somewhere over
Ferndale.
that
What's
way.
the difference? Don't bend
Whatever.
over.
I don't know. But I had to ask, and Papa Bob had to clue me in. What the fuck is Glee Club? So Papa Bob tuned me in, and I said, if you were in college and you went to the bar with, and some chick went, so what do you do? Do you go, I'm in the Glee Club? Or do
she would walk out.
what is it?
She would say,
A real woman would. Maybe
She would
a
say,
leftist
I'm-
woman might command you, right?
Well, I had to ask. I don't know what the Glee Club is. Guess it's.
didn't you ask me and Tim the other day?
Oh, that's funny.
I wasn't. Yes, and I wasn't gonna mention that you guys squared me away. I don't like to give
we
up my
squared
sword.
you the fuck away.
You
We
did.
were like, literally
I
like,
like to keep my
That's-
sword. I was
yeah.
blaming it on Papa Bob. You still there, man?
That's pretty funny, Charlotte Cosmic.
what'd
But
she say? Let's catch up and chat.
Transy to know not to F
Chat,
with women. We have portals between our legs that can make souls.
Read that again. Read that again.
Trans need to know not to F with a woman. We have portals between our legs
Yeah.
that can make souls.
So a friend of mine walked into the bathroom at an airport. Right
Oh,
now.
fuck.
All right. This is
that's him.
This is a woman that's a few years older than me, right? And she goes into the bathroom,
Delta, not even a baby.
and this transgender walks in the bathroom behind her.
I don't think so.
So she turns around and she says, "You need to get out of here." And he says, "I have the right to be here."
Fuck you do.
And she says, "I'm gonna reach in my purse and grab some wasp spray and spray you in the eyes if you don't get out of here." You know what he did?
Turned around and walked out.
Flew out
Yeah.
like a wasp.
Threatened, "I'm gonna go get security."
Oh,
and she
boy.
said, "Go ahead."
I'm gonna throw this
He
out
never
there.
came back.
I'm gonna throw this out there.
Looking good, Paul. I'm looking at your picture, brother.
Yep. I'm gonna throw this out there for all of you out there. When we had rapists targeting inner city parks and areas, serial rapists out there, you know what we did? We didn't ban rapists because that doesn't work. We didn't ban dicks because that doesn't work. We didn't create a special zone for rapists because that doesn't work. What we did was we trained our girls to beat the fuck out of any rapist that came after them.
Need to
To
give
the
them
best of their ability. And we armed them.
This one-
The cities would even pay for classes for women for self-defense.
Well, that's what
so I'll tell you
happened.
what.
That's what happened last week in Oklahoma. Some dude walked into the girls' room,
That
girls'
was
bathroom.
no, that was the West story. that I was talking about.
You know what? That's what they make furnaces
No.
for.
And these girls jumped on this.
That-
Oh, yeah.
Norris is so
No, that's the
hardcore, dude.
West story. It's a non-binary
texts
that
about-
Casey and
I
them
get
went
texts
off with.
tomorrow
And she
for
squirted
you.
water on the 3 other girls.
Right. Yeah.
They had a little cat scratch. They show them walking to the nurse's office. Everything's okay. Then they show her in the hospital with her grandmother with a cop can.
Well, it wasn't a
Everything's
her. It was a he.
No, it's a non-binary her.
They?
What the hell is
They,
that
them.
mean?
I don't. It's a
Are you-
good.
I
Somebody
thought-
that
What the
has-
fuck is that word sound that just came out of your
I
mouth?
don't. I
So
don't
wait,
fucking
well, wait
know,
a
man.
minute.
It's
You have
when
an
you
axe
can't
wound
figure
or
it
a
out.
tree?
Well, it's hard to keep up with the news
Right.
reports.
Come on.
I thought it was a dude
Oh my God.
pretending
No,
to be a
they
girl.
tried. No,
I
whatever.
better.
They tried to. You know.
I'm pouring more drink.
And Casey and them went off, with the rest of the, they,
Jeez.
murdered a non-binary. No,
They
it's
didn't
died
murder,
of a
they-
freaking respiratory thing. And then, of course, they throw it out and go on to the next thing. Like tomorrow, they'll probably be on the old wrinkle ball guy.
Yeah.
For the love of God,
Fuck 'em.
did they have an axe wound or a tree?
There's
No, axe wound or a tree. Either have an axe wound or a tree. There's even an axe wound or a tree. I don't give a fuck. It's either chopped down or it's standing erect. There's only two.
Yeah.
There's no other.
Well, now that you're mentioning that, I got to ask this guy that's standing next to that
Probably
guy.
has
That
an
guy.
axe. Probably has. There's
That
probably
guy
two-
that's standing
there's
next to
probably
that
two trees
guy.
right there.
That one right there.
It's probably two
Jay,
trees.
hey Jay, stop by my house, man. I got some shit for you.
Oh my God, we have totally derailed.
I know.
See what happens.
I'm on your side, Jay.
All right. Well, I'm going to go to my final thoughts because it's that time. So, excuse
Oh, it's
me.
almost 11 o'clock.
Holy
already?
shit.
Yeah. So my final thought is this. Where the hell are you fathers? What is it going to take? What is it going to take? You need to do your due diligence and take care of your daughters. You need to make sure that they are safe,
Yep.
that they are secure, that their privacy is protected, and you need to make sure that they fully understand their rights to self-defense. Now, the rest of my time is going to be used to play this little video.
Oh, shit.
This is the last one.
Did you reserve your rest of your time to play a video?
Yeah, he's
We're gonna reserve the rest
Hi,
of my
everybody.
time to be silent
Those-
now.
Yes. Are you ready?
Wait, am I supposed to be playing this?
Yes. Just switch to my computer.
Go.
Larry Parsons.
All right, fucker. I get that. No, you did a good speech. I texted you right away, immediately after your speech. Are you
Yeah.
gonna play it or you just
It's
teasing
playing.
me?
It's playing.
Just looking
Hi,
at his
everybody.
picture.
I am Larry.
For those
Go
of you
fuck
that
yourself.
don't know me, I'm Larry Parsons and I live here in Heartland. I moved here 12 years ago. It's a wonderful place. We love it here. So a lot of people, there's a lot of stuff going on in the community. People reach out to me on a podcast. A lot of parents are telling me about their daughters who are afraid to use the bathrooms, even rumors of girls that have accidents in school because they fear using the bathroom so much. I can't imagine being that scared in school. I graduated from Walled Lake Western High School a long time ago. Such policies never would have been tolerated. Could only imagine what my dad would have done if somebody walked into the school behind my little sister, or excuse me, walked into the bathroom. Somebody before me mentioned about a 15-year-old girl in Virginia that was raped in the bathrooms by a transgender student. I can tell you what it's like to have a daughter that's been raped. I can tell you what it's like to look into her eyes with a swollen face. Excuse me. Her private parts destroyed. You can't even tell who she is. Is that gotta happen here? Is that what it's gonna take for you cowards to take action? We later buried our daughter from a fentanyl overdose. I pray that no parent anywhere has to go through what my wife and our family went through just a couple years ago. I would pray that happens to nobody. $30 million lawsuit's been filed against the school system. I believe it's Loudoun County, Virginia.
We're with you.
Right here in Michigan, in Vicksburg,
Yep.
there was 4 female students walked into a school with a nude male.
What the fuck?
Now you got a massive $1 million lawsuit being filed
As
there.
ass beat.
How far is this crap gotta go? Don't pick on transgender people. People are people, everybody. Treat everybody equal. Best thing you can do is protect everybody equally. 3 bathrooms, boys, girls, transgender, keep everybody safe.
What?
Let's protect the kids. But what's gotta happen before you wake up? You know what qualified immunity is? It goes out the window real fast when it comes to gross negligence. I don't know what to tell you.
Gross negligence, Larry. That's the
Good
right
evening.
word. Gross negligence.
Larry Parsons.
Gross negligence.
You
Absolutely
are
right.
responsible for that shit.
Hey,
100%.
Pinky's asking Larry, can I ask what city your daughter grew up in?
Brighton.
Brighton. Okay.
We moved to Brighton when she was, I think she was in junior high. So we moved to Brighton in 2003
Sure.
from Redford.
Yeah.
So
Pinky asked that.
yeah, Pinky, Megan graduated from Brighton High School. We lived in Brighton Township at the time. We moved from Redford Township to Brighton Township to Heartland Township.
Whichever.
Whichever.
No, they're talking.
Oh, yeah, earlier.
Papa Bob put up about
The whichever.
the Paul Geisner thing, and somebody goes,
Yeah.
whichever.
Thank you, Larry, for your speech there at the.
That's, yeah, Larry had a good
the,
speech.
uh,
I was there live. I saw it live. It was good. Some ladies were tearing up and
You know,
stuff.
as much as I didn't make it to the school board meeting, I felt that those that were there that are part of that community that have their thumbs on the pulse of what's going on spoke adequately, more than adequately, eloquently, and to the point of so many issues between all the people. Do we play Tiffany's?
We did not.
Do you have that?
Gotta play
Just
Tiffany.
closed it out, but I will be glad to pull it up.
Let's pull up Tiffany's.
Tiffany, I met Tiffany.
Because
She's-
Tiffany's awesome, and I want to
she's
play
a-
that.
Oh,
she's a good
While you're
girl.
pulling that up, who's ready?
I'm ready.
Go for it.
I just want to say,
Give this.
it was
You know
really
what?
cool
Wait,
meeting some-
wait.
Wait,
I gotta
wait.
I gotta inaugurate this.
Ah,
Mr.
what the
Coffee
fuck?
is signing for the first time
Fuck that, I'm not signing shit.
the
Fuck
official
that.
paper.
But I
I'm
just
the
want to
man-
say to all those people that I met, Lori and Karen, a bunch last night at the thing. It was really cool. And you guys keep doing your shit and I'll do my shit. That's it.
Mr. Coffee, fucking awesome. Larry, you ready with that?
I'm
Yeah.
almost ready. It's
Okay.
loading. Yeah. I got to meet Tiffany for the first time last night. She is a incredible young lady.
Yep.
Yep.
Pinky says thanks for your answer, Larry.
You're welcome, Pinky.
Hey, and I want to give a shout out to you guys all in chat. We love you all. Many of you, most of you, almost all of you, we know personally, intimately,
Yep.
emotionally.
Don't say
I have to say-
another word
All right.
because you're going to go into the
we love you
shit or
all. You guys are
sexually
here.
or some
I
bullshit.
actually had a number of you that are in the chat here the other night, and we love you deeply. You guys are fucking awesome. We're gonna start hosting some non-holiday
Don't want to.
parties type things.
Oh,
I'm gonna list Mr. Coffee. Mr. Coffee's gonna start doing.
Pinky, I don't want to meet you.
You do.
I know who Pinky is. And
Uh,
I
but
really wish
I think we're gonna bring Mr. Coffee in, and he's just gonna do chat for us.
Coffee's gonna start doing chat.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pump him full of Dr. Pepper, and he's gonna sit over there and just point out the chat and in house.
Yeah.
No, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna pay you in Dr. Pepper and fucking.
Oh, you're
peanuts.
screwed now. We got the hooks in you.
That feels good. That feels good, man.
Like that, buddy?
Yeah, it feels fucking good.
I'll do you a
I'll go for the back.
a Dr. Pepper and back rubs. for
All
this
right,
guy.
video's
Fucking
ready
guy.
to go. Let's get this one. This is the last
Yeah,
one
gotta
for the night,
listen to
folks.
it.
All right.
Miss Tiffany Baird.
Tiffany Baird.
Oh,
Really? Wait for me to turn the mics off. What the fuck, Larry?
what the fuck is wrong with you?
Is the audio working?
Good evening. I'm Tiffany Baird,
Jeez.
and I'm excited to share with you that I'm officially running for Heartland School Board. I'm a graduate of Heartland. I'm a graduate of Western Michigan University with a bachelor's degree in communications, and I am a former marketing director and substitute teacher. I am proud to share that Heartland has been my home since my days at Lakes Elementary through to my graduation from Heartland High School. I had such an amazing experience here that when my husband Tim and I were deciding where to raise our family, there was no doubt in my mind it had to be Heartland Schools. As a dedicated parent and active volunteer within the school district, I've made it my priority to be deeply involved in my children's education and in our community. But there are some important issues that we need to address together, and I'm ready to work to get us back to where we need to be as a community. I believe in the power of collaboration and empowering parents. As a board member, I will work to build bridges within our community, ensuring every parent and educator has a platform to address concerns without repercussions and that they feel heard and valued. We all deserve a voice and a platform to express concerns without fear of retaliation. I will advocate for our teachers, ensuring they have the support that they need to thrive. Together, let's elevate Heartland Schools to new heights, to soar like the eagles we are. Let's create a community where every child and educator can succeed and every parent feels empowered. If you want more information on myself, my platform, and what I stand for, you can find my website, bairdforheartland.com, or follow me on my Facebook page, Baird for Heartland. Thank you for your time.
Tiffany Baird.
She really
All right,
is.
so we don't want to replay that again. But thank you. Tiffany's, she's listening to the show and appreciate her tuning in. She's texting me, but Norris, you got a final thought, buddy? I didn't catch that overhead. I was that
Nothing
was a switch.
spectacular, just saying that leftism is a mental disorder.
It is.
And we are seeing the results of it tonight.
Whack job.
That just basically means we need to strengthen our resolve in order to stand against it.
It does.
We have not just the 2024 election, but we have everything in between. There are daily battles such as this that are going on that we need to address and we need to deal with and need to stand strong against. Whatever your station is, whatever your area is, whatever your local politics is, that's what we need to be.
Larry,
Beautifully said. Beautifully said.
Larry,
Give me that.
89 said grew up in Redford Township and moved to Howell in 1980.
Right.
Cosmic said three grumpy old movie men movie.
Who said they grew up in Redford Township?
8 and 9.
8 of 9 said.
8 of 9.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey guys, this has been a great show tonight. Three grumpy old men movie. What's read that one?
Was that made about us?
Three grumpy old men movie. They need to pull some Chuck clips out for old Chucky boy.
I'll look it up.
If you're still awake, dear, I'm on my way in a little bit. Unlock the doors.
Lies. He's gonna eat peanuts and more. He's gonna have another Dr. Pepper.
Fucking out of here. I hate hanging out with you guys.
You don't love us.
I know.
Dude, his fucking microphone's been hanging.
Oh. I don't care.
It's been off his.
Get my nipples.
Give me that fucking.
I'm not.
Are you done? You done?
Nothing to say.
He's so fucking crazy. Hey, love you guys all in chat. Thanks you for tuning in. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you're not subscribed, because that's lame if you don't subscribe. Appreciate everything. No, it clips on. No,
I'm just trying to fix it. Then let me fix it. You talk to the people. Fuck you.
Why you gotta fuck with it?
It doesn't just clip on.
It does fucking clip on. Do you want me to do it? It clips on like this. Goddamn space fucking Air Force.
Oh, that's
Good night, everybody.
Does that not understand Air Force and fucking shit? Is that easy?
I don't know about
Pretty
these
cool.
Air Force
Just-
veterans, I
just
tell
fucking-
you.
Oh, here we go. Now,
Oh, fucking A.
What do you fucking call when you get in trouble?
I thought we called the Marines.
No, they call the Air Force too. The Marines go in first.
Hey, good night
Maybe
with
some
you guys.
water.
Appreciate everybody tuning in. Tim's not here to give you your final close, so I'll
Oh,
say.
And the
like,
Air
share-
Force
like, share, and
guys go to the
subscribe.
Dairy Queen.
This is really cool.
I'm sorry.
I guess clip-ons are better than strap-ons.
Clip on. I will say this. I'm very.
That's good.
I'm very excited that this Friday I'm going to have a bunch of the veterans in here. We're going to do some what we call B-roll. It'll be photographs and maybe a little bit of audio. But we're going to sit down and break bread and have a good meal together and just talk about things. And what we're going to do is we're going to kind of record that and get ready for the Veterans Long Table. That's going to be a great show that we're going to start launching. Probably at least once a month, if not twice a month. We're gonna do a recording of that show. It's gonna be great. But keep tuned in with everything that's going on, guys. We appreciate everybody, and again, hit those like buttons, those subscribe buttons. We appreciate you all. Thank you for tuning in tonight, and we will catch you guys next time. Boom.
This is my brain.
Dad, that's an egg.
Yeah, that's an egg.
Honey,
Dude,
that's an egg.
seriously.
That's an egg.
It's a metaphor.
It's still an egg.
That's an egg.
I would challenge you.
That's an egg.
I know my brain is not actually an egg, okay? It's a metaphor.
Metaphor or not, that's not your brain.
It's just an egg.
Una cerveza para mí. My egg is my brain.
Can I at least have some bacon, maybe some sausage with that egg, though?
Oh, I want some bacon.
I want crepes.
Have some bacon and pancakes with that egg.
I'll take it with cheese.
Extra large brown cage-free eggs.
Can I have your brain with cakes?
A little sausage and a little toast and potato.
That would be great.
Does it have antibiotics?
I don't know, man. I'm not good at this shit.
Well, they got to be able to resist some diseases.
You resist the disease,
Has it got any hormones?
maybe. It's cage free,
Vegetarian?
maybe.
Are they vegan?
No, I eat steak.
Never apologize and never explain.
Never apologize.
Never apologize and never explain.